Good for you.
Well, like, I'll do it from my couch. I have no idea how work really works, Sean.
Oh no.
Dude. I'm fine for it.
I mean, it says Jeff is live apparently on Twitch, so he
well,
exists. His Discord's just broken.
well, Jeff, you need to unfuck yourself.
Yeah.
And
Jeff,
in the
you should
meantime,
always take yourself out to dinner first.
Before you end
It's courtesy to go until the third date.
so in other words, while Jeff figures his shit out, we'll go ahead and do a bit of a recap. If we recall last session, started with Killua in the Slice of Heaven, a house of relatively ill repute, let's be fair. Godfrey, the noble and pure, being drawn into a back room by a sultry-looking dragonborn lady. And Clicker getting off and running to find something rather shiny.
You're getting off. That's a bad
Well.
time to talk about that. And then there's no
With Virgil and Oculus and Zero making themselves scarce. Virgil and Oculus because they had more work to do, and Zero because the man he had killed is now alive and they're taking him out for drinks.
I didn't go.
Very unusual social situation there. Probably
Hey, I
best to
mean,
not.
You could have came. He might have tried to stab you or something, but I don't know.
I feel bad about killing him.
You don't. Yeah, I mean, he was shooting at your dad. I mean, let's be fair. I think it's totally justified that you did what you did. It's just a really unusual, awkward situation when the guy you killed is alive again and, like, walking around and friendly with people. Either way,
Awkward.
as the evening progresses, Thandon got very drunk, and Killua, he gave you a early birthday present. A very fancy bone scroll case with a scroll inside it. Before you really had a chance to get home and investigate it and scamper home with your little halfling legs with your new prize,
Something weird.
the strike of midnight occurred, and you turned into what turns out is the nearest female for the next unforeseeable future. Due to the curse that your cloak, you know now how your cloak has. You turned into Annabella, the matron of the Slice of Heaven. So now a
Do you have the
buxom, somewhere, yes. Now running around as a buxom brunette. Actually, I'll take you over into the regular map then.
Here, I got the token.
Yeah, and Farthus, I'll bring you onto the map. You're not here, but so you can see that is Killua now, or has been Killua for the last about 7 hours or 8 hours now. Yeah, there you go.
Am I in jail again?
It's been more than that because we had a long rest.
What?
Clicker, we'll get to you in just a moment.
Okay.
Because the party went into this, went to bed and dealt with the fact that one of their members was indeed now a woman and wasn't
Yeah,
before.
Sean, you're very robot.
Alright. Is that any better?
Much better.
Okay, I apologize. If it gets bad, let me know. So, your party went to bed trying to deal with the new Killua. And attempting to just continue on as a business as usual, Killua opened up and read the scroll that was given to him and found out that it was indeed a scroll of a mansion. A magical mansion that, when placed, would remain in place for a year and a day, and he owned now. him and whoever they chose to include in the ownership of said mansion. Getting into the mansion, you were initially greeted by a very roughshod and kind of reeking and kind of ruined figure who introduced themselves as a servant of the house. When asked their name, they were not sure. And perhaps out of carelessness, but perhaps because they thought it would be funny, the words were uttered that they are asking and saying that you're sure you're all right. Which, of course, imprinted this servant to believe that her name is indeed Sure You're All Right. After eventually agreeing that her nickname was Allie, they moved on. Crashing through the various rooms of this mansion, clearing out zombie skeletons, meeting ghosts, getting possessed by ghosts, having ghosts possess them, and being possessed by ghosts again. The party...
that would have stopped the possession the one time.
Yeah. And they went down the hallway and found several of their members already in the rooms that would be fitting bedrooms. Zero in a room of Ilfordian garments. Godfrey sitting in a plain wooden chair across from a fully winged out giant horned succubus sitting down between the two of them playing checkers. And seeing very quickly Clicker sitting very calmly in the center of a room with a completely neat circle of odds and ends, all shiny things. And a perfect circle around him.
Apparently I have autism.
Nothing else in the room.
Not even a bed?
Nah.
I mean, does Clicker want a bed?
So, Clicker, you come to, and you're in a room. It is unfamiliar to you, but kind of comfortable.
Okay.
And there's plenty of precious treasures around.
Okay.
But you can up and away, and you do hear some raucous thundering and running happening not too far away from you, outside of the door that you're at.
Is the door open?
The door is unlocked, yes. You can walk in. Mike, that offends my ears, and I hate you. And he will meet you when it is time to meet you. The others see the ghost of Lady Tamariel extract herself from Killua and take over the body of the mechanical Bill and start running it out the door. Virgil starts screaming. Virgil jumps on the back of Bill, and they are both basically, as you run by Clicker, you see Virgil and Bill just full bore sprinting, and Virgil like hanging on, screaming, "Stop, Bill! No! Halt! Heal! Travel mode!" And Bill is completely ignoring everything and
Can I take his backpack
sprinting.
as he's going?
You can try. Make a sleight of hand check.
Did the spell pop up in chat?
That's my thing.
Wait, where is Zero at anyway? I don't even see him.
He's like in the wall.
Who's that?
Oh, I didn't see him because dynamic lighting.
Unfortunately, as he goes by,
I am literally gonna burn inspiration.
I'm trying to cast Spirit Guardians, but it's not working. Record.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you're able to. You see this happening. You're like, He's leaving. He's booking it. So you jump up, you kind of grab at Virgil's bag and tug once. The strap just breaks and it falls down, and
I'll give this back to you. My favorite.
He didn't even notice and was just running.
Okay, because no one him. He probably stole a bunch of shit from the party.
You're just holding on to it until later, man.
Oh my god!
You're not actually stealing it. Gosh, why are you so angry?
And then we look.
This is as Clicker walks in. That's exactly what he says, and you're live.
Yeah, Clicker. When he was charging towards Clicker freaked out and cast Spirit Guardians to repel Bill. I'm not sure if that would have done anything, but that was his reaction. Oh shit.
Due to GM fiat, no, it doesn't. But yes, out of fear, you just see Clicker just almost as a reaction, just squawk and scream out, and then you just see what form do your Spirit Guardians take?
I would say there's not much choices I get. I'm pretty sure.
You can fluff as you will.
Okay. Well, in that case, it'd probably be like thieves, rogues, essentially doing, I guess, radiant because I'm neutral.
Okay.
But a bunch of just like rogues and bandits all start attacking Bill, half the speed and whatever as he runs through.
Okay.
I'm assuming Bill just tanks it and runs out.
I don't know what's on. I don't know what's in his bag. I really don't. I'd have to look.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, honestly, here. Have fun, boys.
There we go.
Loot the body.
Wait, what?
I got it. I'm in that shit. Yeah, bowl of commanding water, boots of striding.
He had the 2 ounces of universal solvent and the 1 ounce of sovereign glue.
Oh yeah, I also have some sovereign glue.
You guys are gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Are we basically?
You want to just put them all into
No. Anything that was on his person, anything that would be in the bag. That's it. Anything below the bag of holding is what you have.
I'm assuming not the ring of mind shielding.
Yeah, that would be on his person.
All right, I got it.
Okay. So, Clicker, you don't really know much about what's going on. You just kind of woke up like this.
Okay. Is there anything else going on in the room?
Well, there is a dead flesh golem over there.
Cool.
There's a bunch of puddles on the ground with various colors.
How's that?
I mean, things are dissipated at the moment. It seems like there was a very stressful situation that has resolved itself.
Okay. That's unique. Well, Zero looks fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Zero looks like he has a lot of wounds that look like they were dealt by your party members.
I'm surprised.
So does
He's a little
Kilo.
crazy right now.
So does Killua.
And
you also, you've seen Killua, right? Yeah, you had.
Has he?
I haven't seen him since
you had.
He hasn't seen.
So
Kilo.
yeah, you don't. You see Oculus, the new blue guy. You see Zero. He's a sneaky beaky type like you. See Godfrey, the weird one, and then you see a very beautiful brunette woman with just overly buxom boobs.
Kind of weird,
and like very like in a fur tuxedo.
Okay.
And also antlers with a bunch of, I think it was butterflies on it.
Antlers with 1 million butterflies on them.
Clicker sits down and starts casting a spell.
Okay.
After a few minutes.
Did Godfrey know who I was? I don't remember.
Godfrey didn't ask.
Godfrey hasn't asked any questions yet.
No.
Clicker makes it apparently he's casting a healing spell. Before he starts chanting on the ground and whatnot.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened for 10 minutes, but I'm assuming
Okay.
Zero and Killa was to sit there for a bit.
Okay. You guys kind of sit down and having pretty much cleared this house. You guys can take a short rest. And over that short rest also have the prayer of healing. Godfrey, do you have any questions about the current situation? I cannot hear you.
Does
There you
Clicker
are.
have any questions?
I heard something real quick.
I have a couple. First question, why am I purple?
You have a 10-foot radius that we forgot about during the fight last week that would have
That
completely
would've
changed the
changed-
fight.
Yeah.
Everyone in the group forgot about it, including myself. You have an aura that gives bonuses to
Gives
saving
everyone
throws.
+2.
Oh my god, that would have helped.
Yep.
Alright, and second of all, who the fuck is this woman? I'm saying that as Godfrey. Except minus the
I'm
fuck part.
Kilo. I don't look like Kilo, but I'm Kilo.
I look you up and down. No? No, you're not. Prove it.
I mean, how do you want me to prove it? Do you want me to turn into a bear?
I ponder for a second. And then I shake my head and I look disgusted at the thought. Ah! I'm like,
What?
no, never mind. I believe you. Let's just move on.
I mean, I still have, like, the shades that I had before and the hat and everything. I don't
Yeah,
have the hat
nope.
on.
I don't
But-
care. Nope. You're who you say you are. Let's just move on.
Does anyone want to try asking anybody what they were doing in the various rooms?
Sorry, I'm
I mean, I'd kind of like to know why Clicker was so pissed off at us when we opened up the door the one time.
What?
We opened up the door to your room, and you were, like, super salty, and then slammed the door behind, slammed us out.
I
You
don't
recall
know.
nothing. Yeah, you recall nothing.
Did I have a porn magazine or something? What was that all about?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll get some me time, apparently. Don't worry about it. In that case, there's some food in here that Clicker can get a hold of. Kinda hungry.
This is not the kitchen. I would not recommend eating it here.
Well, where the kitchen at?
Yeah, walking into this room, there's several bloody corpses and the pools that you're over in that room, they don't look healthy.
Yeah, I wouldn't step in those. Bad things happened.
Mhm.
But no, the kitchen is down this way.
As you guys start walking through, you see now that the creature that you destroyed is no longer in charge of the house, apparently, as it's dead.
No, wait, I can't go in this room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll open all the
Maybe in
rooms
the
for you.
kitchen.
That's not the kitchen.
That's not the
That
kitchen.
is a
I thought that
lovely
was-
study, though.
Oh, was the kitchen room number 2?
Yes.
I
Alright.
seriously thought that was the kitchen because it had like shelves.
So I'm just gonna basically ignore all the weird shit because I feel like that's the appropriate response to all this crap.
Okay.
I'm just
not
glad Zero hasn't said anything about what Kilo looks
No,
like.
I'm just not gonna acknowledge any of it. It's you identify as you, baby. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. Well, I'm gonna leave here for the night. If anyone wants to, take a trip that's not in this weird house that I got possessed, we can talk in like a normal place. I'm down with that.
Was there like a just room in the house where we could like say it.
Well, I mean, I meant outside the house because it's all the house.
So,
yeah, I mean, the house just kind of sucks.
Clicker, as you walk by that room and that woman,
Okay.
she smiles congenially at you and says, "Great, you're awake. I'm sure you're all right."
Clicker just kind of tips his head to the side in a little bit of confusion, just opens his mouth and does a couple of splice voices. Hi, I'm Clicker.
Nice to meet you. Is there anything you require?
Got some food?
Of course. Please. And she'll actually start cooking you anything you want.
Clicker was thinking about leaving with Zero, but at this point, he's game. He's gonna stay here for a bit.
Yeah, this
Going
is
in the kitchen, it's not
Pretty
fancy. It's serviceable, but a bit dirty.
Okay.
As everything in here is a little, it's got this kind of film of, like, age on it. If that makes good sense. Like, it's just an old ass building that hasn't been serviced in a long time.
Okay. Clicker came from thieves and homeless people, so he's cool with a little bit of age.
Mm-hmm.
Still not 100% sure on the whole killer situation, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if Clicker needs some kind of proof, I can provide it.
That just, oh man, it sounds like the beginning of a porn. Oh gosh. Just your phrasing today, Mike, is killing me.
After a few minutes of you guys enjoying
Stew.
stew, just kind
Yes,
of
please.
the basics, a nice basic stew. It's got good meat in it. It's got way too much salt in it, but After a few minutes of this, you hear almost in your minds, but it feels like the walls are talking.
Jeez.
But
Would everyone please meet me in the foyer?
Well, time to leave.
I can. I'm already
assume
gone.
That was.
You
Oh,
already
wait,
left.
Just leave.
You Zero booked it out.
So you're just like.
And
"Fuck
this was
place,
also
no."
when Sure You're Alright was busy cooking, so you just might not be there. Which is okay.
Clicker just looked at you like the confused, like that head tilt, and like, where's the? And like in her voice, foyer.
I don't know. I think it's this room.
It is right here. You have arrived.
Don't like this.
As I've said, my name is Sure You're Alright. I am the proprietor of this mansion.
Do you?
I will
better
curate
name?
You have already said that my other name is Ellie.
Can that just be your regular name?
Oh gosh.
I'm sure you're alright, but you may call me Ellie.
I've read some horror books. I know where this goes.
If the
I
house
appreciate-
tries to kill us, we can leave. It's fine.
I'm not so sure I'm alright.
I want to thank you for clearing the bad things out of this house. I was not able to myself.
Think we missed one.
Are you like a robot or something?
I am a construct of the house. I'm built into the enchantment. As such, I can adjust the house as you see fit. And she just raises a hand and turns her wrist with her hand outstretched, and you see the paintings on the wall behind her just change from really old, like kind of like battered, like almost unrecognizable, like portraits of people, to kind of like relaxing landscapes. You see one of them is definitely the
Bob
Ghost
Ross
Wood.
painting.
One of them is Bob Ross paintings.
It's
all
everywhere.
across
Happy little
everywhere in
trees.
this.
Happy
It's
little
it's
trees.
as if
All
it's as if with a
across
wave of her hand, she restored all the paintings to more reflect what would be more calming and good for your preferences.
Happy mistakes.
Yes, I will need time, but I can restore the house to your preferences. Obviously, you've seen all of the bedrooms and what they are capable of. They will be furnished to your liking. There are also 3 available rooms that you can request customization. Do
When
you
did I
have
get here?
preferences? I brought you here.
What are the options for the rooms?
The rooms may be customized to your liking. Anything that you wish.
Is there windows in the room that wasn't before?
She snaps her fingers, and behind her, 2 very large bay windows appear in the sides of the on the bottom here, where the front
Mhm.
door would be. 2 very large bay windows show up, but they show void.
Okay, we don't
Windows
want the windows.
in extra-dimensional spaces are generally not recommended, as they typically lead to horrifying insanity.
Clicker just nods
Can you make-
enthusiastically.
The outside of the windows look nicer, or
She snaps her fingers, and they just kind of paint over with a nice rolling meadow out front.
like the
Of
Of
windows
course,
get
illusions
painted
can
with
be
it, or-
made. Sorry?
I was gonna say, is it the windows get painted with it, or
No, look,
outside.
it's an illusion as if there was a rolling meadow outside. And you know the outside is basically the back of a bar. The actual outside, if you were to leave this space.
Mhm.
So like slummy back of a bar?
Clicker walking outside, you
You
don't
peek-
recognize this place. You look at it, it's an old brew pub that's seen some recent refurnishing, and it's got 4 or 5 extra stories on top of it that make this really weird, like disjointed Wizard's Tower. And you see just on a plaque on the side, it just says Wizard's Tower Brewery.
What's the
You
last
are
thing
in-
Clicker remembers before waking up?
The last thing you remember before waking up was having drinks with Thandon at the Slice of Heaven.
That was the first mistake. Okay, Clicker's caught up. He's good.
That was the first mistake. It's okay. At least you didn't go off into a room with a succubus like Godfrey did.
I also still have. I know, not making that joke. Take that back. Not taking, let's stop it there.
Your cloaca's still intact.
Yeah, sure.
So, she continues on. If you are not up for deciding now, I can be contacted by you whenever is necessary and in whatever manner you deem fit, and I can make the modifications given enough time. In the meantime, I will attempt to furnish the mansion to your specifications as I might imagine them.
Clicker asks for like a hammock attached to the ceiling room. Who needs beds?
She closes her eyes for a few moments. Of course.
Right?
I raise my hand.
Yes.
Can I
You do not
have...
need to raise your hand, Master.
Okay. Can I get, what did I want? Oh yeah. Can I have a shrine to Bahamut and a dragon chess set?
It is in the room.
You've never won a game of Dragon Chess, I don't think.
You need
It's
somewhere to
called practice.
practice. Please note that I cannot generate any inherently magical or inherently holy items. If you wish to incorporate a relic into your shrine, you would need to bring one of your own.
Okay, I brought one, so we're good there.
I would like an aquarium.
What would you like in your aquarium?
A manta ray. It can be a tiny manta ray. Pretty.
I see.
Aquarium full of mini manta rays.
I see.
And a mini manatee. Let's see.
A bunch of mini manta rays and a mini manatee.
Okay. Okay. You may all furnish your rooms as you see fit. Simply think it, and I will attempt to do it. You are all part owners of this establishment. As such, you will all need to agree on the common rooms, but each of you own your own bedroom. The dining room will be furnished as I see fit, so that all may enjoy as needed. The other rooms I leave to your discretion. Please note that once every 2 weeks, I will be able to build up enough of my resources to provide an elegant meal for all of you, should you wish to partake. And out of character, that basically means once every 2 weeks, you could gain the benefits of a hero's feast by eating in your mansion.
Out of character, because I'm not there. Does the mansion only stay in the city, or does it follow us?
It does not follow you. It is not Mordenkainen's. However, there may be other ways that you can get here quickly in the future. For now, it is where it is for a year.
What district is it in?
You are in the merchant. You're actually in the Brewers district. You are at the Wizard's Tower Brewery. You're in the back. Like you walk out and you are
Behind the Wizard's Tower.
behind the actual brewery at the Wizard's Tower Brewery.
Is that the one that their very first mission?
Yes. Your second mission. But yes.
With the Magic Maestro.
With Glowkindle and the Magic Maestro, yeah.
Magic Maestro struck. Okay.
I mean, it's like hidden though. It's not like just
Yeah,
it's and everything.
Yeah, it's back behind in a tree.
Well, why don't we just buy the plot of land?
Because it's really fucking expensive.
Just the land?
The discussion that was had there is the land comes with the brewery, and the brewery would be 25,000 gold.
Jeez, we could have got like 10, but
it's a brewery.
It's a brewery. Like you could take it, and you could you would need to hire some people, and you could turn it into a working brewery once more.
No, but I'm asking. So is it like broken down at the moment?
No, I mean it's been abandoned for what? You've been gone for what? 3 weeks?
Oh my God, just hire.
At this point, what you'd need to do is really just hire people, restock, and you could turn it into a working brewery once more.
No. We gotta hire people just to be squatters so we can get squatters' rights. You act like this is.
By that time, we could probably just move the mansion.
Well, I'm gonna go. Where am I gonna go?
I
What
don't
time of
know.
day is it?
Zero's not even here right now, so
I know.
where
I'm trying
Zero
to think
went.
of what I was gonna do. Seeing that no one went with me.
Well, Flicker was going to, but then like she started making him salty stew. He was given
She started making food, so we stayed.
exactly. Way to the bird's heart.
Zero, what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna go try to hammer down. Well, I'm gonna go sleep somewhere that's not that place, and then I'm gonna rest. So
You can go back to the same inn.
I'm gonna go back, get a full night's sleep, pick up my shit because I have it all on my character sheet already. Because what we talked about before, so I don't want to. I want to just go pick up all my crap.
Okay. You can go back to the Harpy's Rest. It was right there. About.
Yep, pick up all my stuff. Go to the merchant, grab some food, and sleep, and I will collect my thoughts.
Okay. As you think back to the day, you you notice there's something else in your head. It's not possessing you, but it's not just you in your head anymore. There's a very haughty, very annoying sounding, very upset elven lady in your head right now. And she's basically just pissed that you didn't kill all of the small people because they're worthless.
Intrusive thoughts. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and drink those away.
Like a healthy adult.
There you go. All right.
And then I will go ahead and do the same thing, but now with a purpose.
Okay. 4 silver for drinking the night away. And we'll
Does
jump
he-
back to the mansion until
Does he get
others
as
can.
wasted as Kilo did that one night?
Well,
no.
well, it depends. We'll have to see.
I'm an adult, Mike. I know what it feels like to have a hangover.
Well, I would like you to actually roll a Constitution saving throw
Let's see if you
to
actually
determine
know.
if you know when to stop.
I do not.
Okay. I would like you to roll for me.
Some carousing stuff.
Let's go with 1d100.
That's a private roll. Oh no, that was public. That's weird.
It's
It's okay.
/GR.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
All right. So, in the morning, nice. In the morning, you wake up fully clothed, on top of all the covers, comfortable in your bed, surrounded by 7 naked prostitutes.
Jesus. Actually, no, he's not there.
You're gonna need to subtract 20 gold for paying them,
And roll a
paying
con
off
save
the
for that.
innkeeper, so that the innkeeper doesn't make a fuss about it. But yeah, you don't remember a thing. But
Roll
yeah.
a con save or catch a disease.
It's called fate.
Well, you're fully clothed. I mean, you didn't. You know,
You can get dressed
No,
afterwards.
you're fine.
I just need someone to talk to.
You just need someone to talk to.
I don't need lip from you over there, Missy.
It's not nearly as bad as what happened to Kilo.
Alright. Coming back to the mansion. How are you guys going to be spending your evening, which is getting on to be about evening now?
Well, I'm gonna go and do the thing that we were talking about earlier, which was to buy the thing.
Okay.
Except I got it for free because
Yes.
reasons.
Yes. Quite so.
But other than that, I'm probably just gonna explore the mansion without not mansion, but manor or whatever the crap, without having to worry about skeletons. And
Okay. Well, I mean, also go ahead and make me a perception check. Will you walk around into room number 4, the armory? Okay. You notice something shuffling in one of the piles of loot in there.
I would like to investigate this.
Sure.
Do you get any help before investigating, Clicker? Clicker, wow.
I mean, do I have to roll investigation, or can I just like?
Well,
shuffle
coming
through?
any closer, you see something swim about, and you see very kind of faintly. You see it's actually a bag that's bouncing around in the pile of loot, and you see for a split second a wide gaping mouth open, lick its very sharp teeth, and close.
In the bag?
The bag opens its mouth.
I'm just gonna slowly back away. Like, hey guys, there's a bag that's eating things in the other room.
Oh dear, the house mimic again.
Oh dear, I hate when that happens. Fucking devouring has
I
gotten
believe after such a long time, it's gone feral. I can get rid of it for you if you want, but perhaps you can retrain it to help protect the house.
I don't know if I want to try to train a mimic. I
You
don't
know,
know how to train a mimic.
You know, for a druid, you're awfully murdery.
I'm not trying to kill it. I just don't know how to train a mimic.
Mike, you don't need to kill everything.
Do you guys know how to train mimics?
I don't know how to train a dragon. Is that the same?
No.
Come on, that was great.
Killua, go ahead and roll a. Let's go with a history check. Okay. I mean, yeah, but, you've heard of training dogs, but that's a mimic. So yeah, I don't know. You did. You're level 6.
Level 7, I thought. We've been at level 6.
Spice, what level are you?
Level 6.
Alright, so
I
we're
have
still
no
level
clue.
6. Got it.
I thought we were supposed to be level 7. So.
after that combat, yeah. That's right, I
Yeah.
thought we were told. Oh, bad.
I was gonna say, because I was prepping stuff for level 7.
Oh yeah, fuck.
You.
Oh
you told
my
us
god.
to prep for level 7.
Yeah, I did. For some reason, I leveled you all up on the sheet and then didn't change the number because I'm a fucking moron. You're all
Yeah,
level 7.
We haven't
Yeah.
leveled up yet. We were waiting to roll.
Yeah,
that
you're all getting
Minus
your.
what?
Yeah, you guys are all getting your level
I'm
7
gonna
stuff.
take
so.
that average.
Mhm.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's
So for
awful.
yeah. So Farthus, for level up, you roll, and if your roll is less than the average, you get the average. Like 0.
It's okay. I
don't
rolled
know
almost as
I'm
bad.
amazing.
So anything you get for level 7 Killua, you can use if it's going to help you tame a mimic if you want to attempt to. But you
I
don't
have
know how
Charm
to.
Monster.
You know what? It's a monster.
I could technically try to charm it.
Because
Hey.
that goes so well with you all the
It's a
time.
monster, which means you can talk to it, which means you just maybe be polite to the motherfucker.
I don't think it counts as a beast.
Here, mimic.
God, it's so nice to have evasion.
Holy shit, that fucking those rolls, man.
What are you talking about?
1, 2, 3 above. Oh, sorry, no, never mind. Just 2 of them above. Still, pretty good.
Not bad.
I think 10 is your average.
So I guess
Yeah. 9 is your average. Sorry.
I'm going to attempt to train it, and if it doesn't go well, I'm just gonna kill it.
Go ahead and okay. All right.
It's all calm.
All right. So, Killua, how are you going to go about attempting to train this mimic?
Well, first I'm gonna charm it so it doesn't like freak out when I go to touch it.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna attempt to charm it. DC 14.
Would Zero be mad at me for doing this?
That's
Hmm.
the words to live by. Will Zero be upset that I did this?
What's your save DC?
14.
Okay. Okay. The mimic stops chomping and kind of rolls off the top of the pile, turns briefly into a really large bench, and then back into a book bag with a little smiley face on it.
That looks enticing.
What next, Killua?
Trying to see if I have anything that would let me to it. I don't think speak with animals will work on it.
I don't think it's an animal.
No, I don't think so either.
You don't think it's an animal.
I'm gonna grab some food from the kitchen and try to feed it.
Okay.
It's in here then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to like coax it with me to the kitchen.
Okay. So
Hold on. Maybe we
Clicker,
should-
as you walk
Unless you want me to keep him in here while I'm walking with him.
We can probably just make it. I don't want to drown it.
Okay, so you just create a bunch of food and water, just a bunch of like food, right? What kind of food are you making for it?
Doesn't really matter because it's gonna be bland either way.
Okay.
But probably just breads and meats.
Okay, so laid out in front of this mimic, like in a nice big arc in front of you, you see what turns now into a like a really big, like cardboard style, wooden box, just that opens up and closes like Pac-Man, and then just starts eating all the food that's been laid out, and kind of does it in a nice little arc. Shifts once more, transforms into a pile of books, and you hear the pile of books belch very loudly, and then settle down.
Okay.
Make an animal handling check.
Me or Clicker?
Clicker. Okay.
Could I help him?
I mean...
Well, what would you like to do now to attempt to charm or tame this monster? That's 2 successes, by the way.
Does it seem to be in good condition?
Yes. I mean, now very well nourished. And definitely capable of continuing to transform itself as it transforms into a rack of swords. Each of them having little tiny devouring looking mouths that kind of just look like at this point have their tongues out and panting like a dog. Very many sharp dogs.
I'm gonna toss him some good berries.
Okay. How many?
As like little treats. I don't know, 2.
Okay.
I mean, it's like 2 full meals, so...
Well, I mean, it ate 15 full meals.
I mean, I don't know how much just in once.
Mm.
I usually hand them out every day,
Well,
too.
it just ate 45 pounds of food.
Okay.
But that's usually a day.
Yeah, it ate 45 pounds of food.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
Okay. So you toss a couple of good berries, and as you toss it at the rack of weaponry, a sword each time jumps up and kind of grabs the good berry and slides back down. Make an animal handling check. Okay.
Nice.
With that, you see the mimic kind of pull back and congeal into its more natural goopy form, this amorphous blob, and it kind of shudders a little bit and forms up into a freestanding suit of armor. And it salutes and drops its arm. You can reasonably assume that it is capable of understanding you and that you have successfully charmed it.
Clicker makes a duplicate of himself and tries to make the duplicate pet the chest to see if it will. Just not
Well,
him
the
actually do
armor.
it, but the clone, try petting
Okay.
or touching it.
All right.
See if it reacts.
As the other you walks up and goes to pet the suit of pet the suit of armor.
Rub the shoulder.
Yeah.
You're a
Just
little
rub the shoulders, give it a good rub. It shies back a little bit initially, but eventually kind of warms in and kind of like rubs its head on your arm like a cat.
Okay.
Then it turns into a small cat for just a moment, but it's like a stuffed small cat that doesn't move. And then back into a suit of armor.
Okay, that's all I want to do. Just want to make sure it was. That's what you want to do to make sure it was a good chest, good mimic, and he'll drop the clone after that. The illusion.
Okay.
I'm just gonna send him to Allie and tell him to take orders from her for a little bit, because I don't know what to tell him to do right now.
Okay. With that order, the mimic turns into an ottoman, like a really shaggy-looking ottoman that bounces and just kind of scampers on its ottoman legs over towards Allie.
Beauty and the Beast
Godfrey
style.
and Beauty and the Beast style, yes. Godfrey and Oculus, you see a bounding ottoman, a bounding, shaggy-looking ottoman, dive into the room and, for lack of any other better words, sit like a good ottoman in front of Allie. Or sure, you're all right.
What?
I'm not even gonna respond.
It's been a weird day.
It's been a weird day. At this point, have I turned back to normal, or?
You've still got a few hours before you've still got a few hours before midnight.
I peek around.
Killua turns back into a real boy.
I peek around the corner. I say to Killua, "This thing doesn't bite, does it?"
I mean,
we just look at each other for a second.
Hand in its mouth, and it shouldn't.
Don't worry, Clicker fed it.
Don't give it a reason to bite you, and keep it well fed.
Sure, you're all right. Turns over to you, Godfrey, and says, "I would not recommend it. It is, after all, still technically a wild mimic, but it is tamed."
I'm not gonna take my chances then.
So essentially, now tamed, the mimic will roam freely about the manor and provide standard guard duty services. Where if any intruder comes in that is not cleared by you, they will get attacked by a mimic in any form that it takes. A door, stool, ottoman, suit of armor.
Stool? It'll take the form of stool? That's fucked up.
A stool.
Oh, okay.
What the? What even? What?
Okay.
Why would it not take the form of a chair? You sit down in the chair. It's a mimic. It eats you.
Booty first.
Booty first.
I don't know. I just don't want it taking the form of stool.
Oh, come on, dude. You're better than that.
I mean, it sounds like the mimic eating ass. So.
Eh.
The mimic definitely eats ass.
So.
I think they're all missing out on
No,
the
that the mimic. Do you have a name for the mimic?
Virgil.
Call your mimic Birchel. Oh.
Or just Chompy.
Chompy? Okay.
Wait, Chopper.
Chopper?
Yeah, we're getting some Land Before Time references in here.
Okay.
Okay, Chomper the Mimic. Note, he's not visible, but he's always here now.
Oh, jeez. Right.
Every once in a while, if you sit on a chair, it might squeak.
Oh, God.
Oh
That is so terrifying.
no! I'm just not gonna sit on anything that looks new.
Again, through maybe your heads or the walls or just the entire house speaking to you, you hear a sing-song voice say, "At the sound of the tone, the time will be 10 p.m. The house will go into night mode now. Good night." And a very kind of crisp, clear bell sound chimes, and all of the very bright orbs on the walls dim. Like, not to the point where you can't walk around easily, but it's not like sunlight and brightness. It's very dim and calm lighting now.
The illusion in the windows now have it like nighttime outside.
The illusion of the windows have changed to nighttime. Yes.
How tall are the ceilings in here?
15 foot.
I was gonna say, I
Oh,
think they're
man.
really big.
Well, actually, no. Clicker's like 5 feet tall. You could probably fly around to here if you wanted to.
You could float around.
Is it feasible? Are
No,
there like chandeliers
Clicker,
hanging?
do you
He hasn't tried
desire
yet.
your how tall and wide and big do you desire your bedroom to be?
Oof. Clicker
Square
didn't
footage is square footage for the bedrooms is 40 feet. They can be 40 feet up.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, Clicker would be game for that. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So your room is it's kind of narrow and it's kind of elongated, but you can kind of zoom around on your various forms of flying.
But yeah, he'll just click his boots together,
Mhm.
like
Click
he's
your boots
Dorothy,
and
just
yeah, you click your
starts
boots
flying
and you
around.
fly up, and I mean, as if you kind of guessed it or wanted it all along. Your ceiling is now 40 feet in the air, and up there's a really neat shelf, like with an extra kind of net just in case anything falls, and you can put your stuff there, and the hammock is slung up in the air like that.
Oh yeah,
And then Clicker's
Just
boots.
squawking
He
and
runs
happy.
out of juice for his boots.
he
one
times
day.
it properly.
So
Well, if that happens, with the wing boots, you'll slowly descend at a rate until you land. So you
Just like
don't.
cushions on the floor.
He runs out of juice before he can get to his room. So he just like wants up there and can't do it.
There's like a rope ladder on one side just in
Mhm.
case.
It's basically because Sure You're All Right is always capable of predicting
Mhm.
what you really need.
Very nice. Very nice.
Like Killua, you see at your bed you have pajamas for a full-grown adult female, and morning clothes for a halfling.
Does Allie only know him as a woman?
Allie knows all.
Allie knows all.
Yes,
Oh, no.
Allie is designed and built to serve.
She's definitely gonna be the antagonist later.
She's definitely going to
I promise that there's not going to be a lock-in episode. Come on.
Why would you want to leave? I can take care of all of you.
Exactly.
Let's be here forever. Sorry.
All right, God help us. The evening falls and finishes, and day breaks. Is there anything anyone wished to really do prior to then?
Eat like a pig.
replace
You got
with
it. No big deal.
Okay.
Okay. In the morning, Killua is Killua. You guys step out, and Sure You're All Right has already begun making breakfast. It's pancakes.
Salty for some reason.
Still a bit salty.
She's mixing it
You
with
know-
sugar again.
Ellie, just
I apologize,
Stop
masters.
with
I don't have very
the
much to be
extra
able to
sauce.
work with this. I had to have everything preserved for 6,000 years.
Grocery
Do
shopping.
you need us to go grocery shopping?
I will take care of it myself, young master.
Do you require gold?
I have 6,000 years of interest to deal with. I will take care of that as well, my sir. However,
Okay, my
if
dad- my
any...
dad is yelling out in pain, and I want to make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
It's just a zombie apocalypse. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Should you require major modifications to the mansion, perhaps investment might be necessary, but minor iterations and changes will not be.
Up
What?
until the release of the Strongholds and Followers Guide.
Up until the release of the Strongholds and Followers Guide. Exactly.
What some good improvements we could pay for?
Well, all of the major rooms are currently unusable. I can make them comfortable, but they would not be able to assist you in any way. Should you, for example, wish to repair the armory, there would be an investment required, but I would be able to equip and arm several guardsmen and or a military unit to be deployed to assist you when necessary.
How much?
I will let you know when the Strongholds and Followers Guide is released. No, I would say
Give it to him. I don't
I
know.
would say approximately 25,000 gold to acquire new equipment.
Subject should change. When the
Subject
Stronghold
to
and Followers-
change when the Strongholds and Followers Guide comes out.
It's a Matt Koval joke.
Yes.
Did you get the leather one by any chance?
No, I just
I
backed the
didn't.
normal level.
I did. I succumbed to the
The
desire.
fancies, the pretties.
Alright, everything's okay.
Yeah, we're good? Okay.
Yeah, he just moved his knee too fast, and he has a whole bunch of staples in there right now. So.
Yeah. oof.
That's nice.
Well, I'm glad it's okay. So
I
she was
heard him
just
screaming
explaining
bloody
that
murder, and I was
she was
oh
just
God.
Show You're All Right was just explaining that for example, you could convert the armory into another room or refurbish the armory for 25,000 gold. And if you do that, that price would include enough equipment and arms to fully furnish and equip a military unit that you would be able to deploy.
That's the one that's full of the nasty puddles and stuff, right?
No, the armory is room 4.
Is room 10
but
still in disarray?
they're all in very much disarray.
Okay,
The
how about we just
bedrooms
clean
are
them?
okay. The bedrooms are cleaned up. Well, I plan on cleaning them up and, as I said, making them comfortable, but the equipment inside the laboratory is all destroyed and would need to be replaced. Should that be replaced, once again, for an investment, then potion making and other arcane research might be done. Also, should the jail be refurbished and staffed, you would be able to use it to incarcerate persons and or interrogate them. Other intel might be gained throughout situations, and rumors would be able to be automatically confirmed.
I love her super long nameplate.
Just running over into the next person's.
Yeah, it's running over to Oculus's.
Is that Mike
I
tasty?
don't think we have the money to do this right now, do we?
Mm.
Well,
I understand
refurbish
that.
the armor we don't, but some of them we might. How about for the? You said there was a library or the study or the
There
potion
is not
making
currently a
laboratory?
library, however, one of the rooms may be converted as such.
Uh-huh.
I know there was a
Exist-
study or something.
Converting a room would approximately be the same as I've said. The major expense for each of these rooms would still be in place.
25,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well,
of money.
25,000 for the armory.
Mhm,
It would be 30,000 for the lab and
mhm,
50,000 for a library.
mhm, mhm,
Would be 15 for a jail.
mhm.
However, should you choose to create a library, it would allow you to do research against anything that you wish, and a library of proper, a library with proper prestige would gain similar privileges for anyone wishing to visit the Platinum Archives in Bladoon.
What if we're looking to check our privilege?
Sugar, what?
Gotta check our privilege.
Privilege?
Yeah.
Privilege?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about that? I had a mouthful of booze.
Sugar privilege? Can I check out privilege?
I'm trying to drink at the same time.
Well, first and foremost, you're not here. But
Oof.
checking your privilege does involve hiring 7 prostitutes.
You checked it. It's pretty good. You got some privilege.
Yep. Definitely some privilege going on down there.
Oh my gosh.
Now, who's for more pancakes?
Can they hopefully be less salty?
As
Why
I
is
have
it-
already said, I have worked with what I had available for biological entities to eat.
Huh?
Chomper does not need to eat normal food and therefore was able to sustain himself on devouring most of the ruined swords in the armory last night.
He got food already.
What we fed him beforehand.
Well,
Yes.
after.
He requires approximately 250 pounds of food per day.
Of what?
Well,
Specifically?
anything, mostly.
So I made him breakfast for that.
Chomper will eat essentially everything. Seeing as the house itself is a magical font, he is sated rather easily. But
Oh.
he will enjoy the revamping efforts that I'll be making on the house, as most of it he gets to eat. So, your
So-
day can now begin. And what
Okay.
would you like to do? This would be the day, by the way, for everyone who made orders. Your orders are going to be ready today at Willard's and other places.
I think Zero was the only one who made like custom orders. I think.
Yes, Zero, your order is ready.
Yes. It's all on my sheet.
Excellent. You can pick it up without any incident.
Yeah. I go there.
hmm
I wash the shame off. I go ahead. I want to hire a business manager for the thing with Haragon to manage our half of the finances and directly reinvest them. So basically, like an accountant, just someone trustworthy.
Who would you have in mind that would be trustworthy in the city?
I have no idea. That's the thing. I am. I mean, I'm basically gonna go to an accountant, and I mean, I assume there's accountants in town, right? Some type of money people.
Really? I mean,
Because you said
there
there's
might
no
be
real
some people who
lawyers.
are. Yeah, there might be somebody who's okay with money at, at some of the various small bank branches in the merchant district, but as far as a dedicated accountant, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to find much.
Hmm.
remember, we're not playing Shadowrun. We're playing
I know. I'm just
in
trying
more
to think.
medieval times. There really wasn't much of a concept of accounting.
I mean, there's basic. There's
But
still
you could-
people.
you
I'm
could
just-
Potentially hire someone to help with that.
so
but
basically, what I want is someone to run the numbers and make sure fucking asshole ain't cheating us. Just to go through all the books. You know what I mean?
okay. All right. So
someone to go through, be like, all right, these books are. He's not fudging the numbers. And then just do that through like a double blind where he doesn't. To eliminate the chance of that, what's his name will be able to make contact and like influence him.
Okay.
So I'm basically trying to just set up a system where the books are checked, it goes and it's dropped off at the mansion by a different party. All the books are always dropped off at the mansion, so that
okay.
so if when I go back to the mansion, if we can have like one of those bank deposit drop boxes set up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Everything would be capable with a bit of an investment.
Well, here's my other thing. Is there a bank in town?
The second bank of Haragon is currently active and
What
has
was the
several
first one?
branches.
Oh, so here's what I do. I will.
They don't talk about the first bank of Haragon anymore.
Okay.
Give them the reps.
Yeah. I'll set up an account there, and then I will basically ask that, like a safety deposit box or something like that, where Fuckface can drop off the books and the money. One safety deposit box for the money, one safety deposit box for the books, etc. And then I can set up the account and go look at the books, and then leave the books there. You know what I mean?
Okay. A safety deposit. Each box would be 5 gold per month.
That's well. I'll take it out. I'll just use like I'll put like $100 or 100 gold in, up until the
Okay, 100 gold as an
profit.
investment, and
Then it starts taking from profits. You know what I mean? I get the accountant boy to just fucking take 100 gold. You know what I mean? Basically, I'm just trying to make it as little. It's self-sufficient in that it's just coming out of the profits, so it's less book work for us.
okay. Okay, I will hand wave that you met with a representative of the bank, and they understand the situation, and they're not unfamiliar to agreements between two parties that need to be handled with discretion and need to be double checked and kind of money held in escrow, that kind of thing.
Honestly, if a bank representative will be the person, that's even better.
Mhm.
And that way, the money can go. They can get some money.
Part of the investment that you make with that, with the 5 gold per month, is the payment of this representative to help manage the account.
Yeah, I just find it odd that no one would not trust their partner and wouldn't fucking have someone look over the book.
Yeah, that's where the bank kind of came out of. This is where they,
Exactly,
because it is
so-
such a merchant-heavy city, they needed somewhere where there could be trusted places, and you've gone to that place.
Exactly. So, and then I'll hire a guy to pick up the little report and drop it off in the safety deposit mailbox or whatever at the mansion. I just want the little mailbox. I don't know why.
You just want a little mailbox.
A little mailbox. All right. So a little gilded mailbox. And
if it could be like the air tube ones where you put in a little canister and it goes. It's a vacuum style.
that one's a little bit pricier because it does involve a little bit of tinkering with magic. I'd say it'd be about 500 gold to install that, but it can be installed.
Hey, no one ever says I'm not about roleplay. I'll fucking invest that 500 gold right now
Okay.
for my vacuum-styled mailbox.
And
That's
essentially,
right,
all it does is it's got a little tiny portable hole with a little suction thing, like right at the top of it. So you place it there, and it sucks it up. But then there's another extra-dimensional transfer space in there that brings it to the bank.
I need you to know. that was probably worth. I paid more for that than I think I did for the Cloak of Elvenkind.
Mhm.
Let's just put that up.
Mhm.
Mailbox, totally worth it.
Understandable.
Okay.
So,
Can I find just like someone who can like escort us to Greyfield or whatever? So we're not just like walking. Like get a wagon or
He wants to be ushered around. Like
I don't want to walk everywhere anymore.
Clicker will fly.
Well, you know,
we could take the Windwalk thing. We have one more of those.
Those are expensive, bro. That's 8 hours of wind walking, and that's like level what spell? 6 or something?
I don't know.
You don't waste that shit, man.
I mean, that's why I was trying to hire someone to take us there instead.
It's level 6 spell. A druid spell.
Eesh. Yeah, I don't have that yet.
Expensive. That was also nat 20 on my roll.
well, there's daily caravans that go out on the high road.
It's the buses.
You could you could
It's the public bus system.
you could hire onto one of those caravans. You could hire a custom coach and charter a coach. You could potentially grab an airship
Jeez.
or hire an airship.
It costs so much money just to dock a regular ship. I don't want to risk even asking
I was gonna
how much
say,
those cost.
I'm pretty sure airship tickets were pretty expensive last time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so
How? What would the party like to do?
Clicker's gonna go off on his own without you guys. Because he's good in cities. Like, he can figure out his own stuff in cities. Good with that. Just being outside cities, it freaks him out a little bit.
Well, I meant like in terms of transportation. You want to like?
He'll fly! He's got them
He's
boots.
just gonna fly over everyone for the 4 hours that he can fly.
Nah, he'll take it in portions. So I just want to fly around guards. Because sometimes they shoot you down for flying near them, apparently. And he's all worried now that he's going to get shot down when he's flying near guards.
I don't know how much would a coach cost me?
A custom hired coach is going to be probably about 60 gold for all of you. A coach that can carry all of you all the way to Greyfield.
Does that sound fine for everyone?
Where's Greyfield?
Greyfield is
Oh, we're talking like...
Yeah.
Cross
Like
country.
a good long
Yeah.
distance. That is
it's a
why
good
I
long
wanted
distance,
to
yeah.
hire someone.
I thought you were talking like in the city, coach.
So,
No.
alright, so, by coach on the road between Harrigan and Greyfield, you can travel 2 hexes per day. Otherwise, it'll be 1 hex per day by foot, and 3 hexes by airship.
Okay, so it's like, regardless, a couple days.
A couple. It's a few days, yes.
4 days with coach.
Yeah,
4
I
days
mean,
by coach, 3
by...
days by airship.
Yeah, we could just take
2.5.
a coach. I'll pay for the coach.
Okay.
Because that seems a whole lot better than
About twice as much.
walking.
Twice as good as walking, actually.
Yeah.
So you go to the caravansary and start looking for hire coaches. There are a couple of options. There's a very tall gilded coach that you see that just has for hire on the side. It has very, very fine brass fittings. There's one that's basically just an open air wagon that just has for hire written in chalk on a piece of wood. And then there's a last one, which is kind of like a pumpkin style like princess buggy with very delicate looking wheels and a small halfling man with brilliant blonde hair flowing over his ears and everything, and just vibrant blue eyes with a genial smile upon his face, like a very tiny Prince Charming.
I'm kind of tempted to take the last one just to see how the rest of the party reacts to it. Like, does it at least seem like it would be comfortable to ride in?
I mean, yeah. There's the seats are like looking in the window. The seats are just red velvet plush, and they're just like really, really nice, big, fine bench style seats. You'd have all the room in the world, all that you needed. Okay. The coachmaster leaps gracefully off of the buggy, lands perfectly on 2 feet, bows very deeply, introduces himself as Baldo Tunnel, at your service.
Kilo
Well.
hopefully would like to hire you. I
Does
mean, I don't
Killua
know.
refer to himself as a third person?
I mean, he is royalty. Something I can see happening.
I mean, he doesn't use his, like, real last name.
Killua, you say, is your name? Excellent. Where did you say you were going? To...
I was heading to Greyfield Castle with a group of friends.
The castle. Not just Greyfield proper, but the castle. You have business with the High Family.
Yeah.
You said your name was what, young master?
I forgot there was, like, just, like, the city itself, and then the castle. It just says Greyfield Castle.
Oh, yeah, actually going to Greyfield
And
Castle.
he's asking you, Killua. And you said your name was what, young master?
Cover's blown.
I mean,
We'll get him next time.
just Kilo, it's fine.
Make a deception check.
I'm not very good at this.
Actually,
I mean,
With a smile, he says, "Of course, I must have just mistaken you for someone else. To Greyfield Castle, then. Our journey will take approximately 3 days, and we may leave at your convenience."
I actually don't know when the party wants to leave. I know you're planning on leaving soon, right? Does anyone else need to do anything here in the city, or...?
I haven't met back
Baker
up.
was gonna do stuff.
I meant, like, in general, like, would you be fine for leaving, like, tomorrow?
I guess so. Tomorrow we could leave you.
I have no issues.
I mean, I didn't know, that's why I was asking. I mean, tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Sound fine?
Most agreeable, sir. I will be waiting. And he backflips up the 10 feet, over and
Okay,
onto the carriage.
Backflips onto the carriage.
Yes.
Well then.
Once more with a flourish. Until then, young master. You can turn around anytime, young master. I'm gonna stay bowed until you leave.
I mean, I've
Really starting to hurt my back, sir.
Yeah, because
I think I sprained something after the backflip. Have a lovely day, young master.
I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back to the house.
The house, okay.
And like, as people show up, tell them that I've got us a ride.
Okay. Zero, do you do anything in particular?
No, I just want to get that all sorted. I pick up my stuff.
Hmm?
I'll head back to the group, and I'm completely flabbergasted that I don't know where they are.
You do. You
Oh.
had
You left
everything. Yeah, they went back to the They went back to the house afterwards.
The
Your
mansion.
house, your mansion, and now you guys see that there's a brand new like mailbox, a very very fancy like boxed
Mail cube.
mailbox, mail cube, and like set onto the side on a nice pedestal pipe, next to the door that's in the tree. Below the mailbox is the placard with the name of your mansion.
What's the name of the mansion?
Are we gonna go with what I had just joked at before, or
Oh jeez, what did you do?
Zero,
It's a
you
Bear House
technically
one.
bought. You technically bought the plaque because you bought the mailbox.
So I got to name it.
You could name it if you want to.
Oh,
I had just suggested Bear House 1 as a joke.
oh no. Oh. The Bear House.
The Bear House.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have Bear Force 1. The Bear House,
Mhm.
aka the White House.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
No, the bear. Wait, no. What's that?
I gotta make sure I get it right. Right.
Oh boy.
Clubhouse? Is that the clubhouse?
All right. Updated your
Ah.
calendar real quick.
It's gonna be 1600 Bear Sylvania Avenue.
1600 Bear Sylvania Avenue. All right.
Okay, okay. Or the Cub House.
The Clubhouse.
We gotta make sure we get the presidential theme still going.
Mm-hmm.
Make hair going great again.
Oh my. I like how you specifically pointed out Thursdays in the adventure log.
Yeah. I figured
Yeah, I keep
at some
checking
point.
Thursdays.
Yeah. All right.
So what day is it today?
Well, not Thursday.
Well, I meant like, is it the 24th or the 25th?
Like I said, you're gonna leave the 25th, right? It's
Oh, yeah,
listed there.
Okay,
All right.
words. Numbers.
I feel like we're like to do stuff before I leave as well.
What would you like to do?
He got a weird, I want to say the high or like a feeling from like bringing Stand-In back to life, and he's kind of curious and kind of wanting to make some money. So he will disguise himself before leaving, so he doesn't appear like a Kenku, because not always great association with Kenku, as a cleric of, well, not Ilmater, and will attempt to sell his services if there's any hospitals that need healing. Lesser restoration, cure wounds, that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. Roll. Give me a medicine check. Okay. In that case, roll 3d10.
Oh, shite.
Okay. Well, moving through the various tenets of the city and helping out at the various hostels, you are well received in many places because there's always going to be somebody who needs a little bit of healing, somebody who needs a little bit of care, and through tips and tithes, you end up making 10 gold.
Okay, sure. And just on his like feeling good about himself spree before he gets cast all of his spells, he'll try to find like the slummiest, most poor shelter or place where people who don't have a lot of money or food would go to, and would just create a feast for them. Just because he's kind of he's feeling it today. He's like, yeah, I'll be a good guy for one day a week, and he'll
Okay.
make sure there's like some barrels and whatnot, and just make a bunch of food and water.
A good guy for one day a week. That's not Thursday.
Yeah, this
Thursdays
Fridays.
is a
On
week.
Fridays, I'm a good guy. That's it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. You feed the homeless for a day.
Hips. Woo. Okay. That was Clicker's day, just flying around and then just feeding people when he felt like it.
When he felt like it.
Yeah, on Fridays. that's all Clicker wanted to do, really.
Free Food Friday.
There you go. Friendly Clicker Friday.
All right, 1600 Bear Sylvania Avenue's up there. And the calendar's up there. And your adventure log is up there.
Frankie's probably dead.
So,
So, what about it?
Actually, is Frankie even, like...
He's muted, but should be
he's
here.
asleep. Probably, at this point.
Frankie, are you awake?
Does Oculus do
Whatever.
anything during the day?
Whatever, it happens.
Oculus goes and gets himself killed. No. Oculus spends the day kind of lounging about and hanging out. He kind of loses most of everything to do.
We're all back
If
up
there's
together.
nothing else, you're all back up together.
I wanna meet with the group. By the group I mean
Mhm.
Godfrey, are you there?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so quiet. I forget that you're in a real Dragonborn. I think you're just a statue sometime. What are we doing? What's our plan? We just a lot of things happened, kind of,
A lot of things did happen.
and
I've been told to go home, which is why I was planning on going home. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys want to come.
well,
But you're welcome to come.
so here's my thing. Like, we went from that diplomatic meeting on the boat
That
or
did
on the
not
on
end
the
well.
hillside. On the hillside. Fast forward that fucking 2 of the people that were with are dead, or gone. I don't think Virgil is coming back. I'm gonna put it out there. I wasn't really a big fan of Virgil. I think he's a dick. That's Virgil, not Jacob.
Mhm.
Who's taking?
So what are we? You gotta go home, but I mean, what are we looking for? What's our plan?
Well, my family's dead. You were witness to that. I have nowhere to go. Gotta tag it along as is.
I mean, there was, like, the Mind Flayers somewhere. We don't actually know where they're not where they actually are, though.
Have any leads?
I mean, they were inside someone in Ladoon, but
The Ladoon's infected then.
I mean, I don't know if all of Ladoon's infected or just he was.
Judging by their standards, I don't want to go back and get put in prison for showing up.
Yeah, Ladoon's not very
You
nice.
had a pretty bad track record of showing up in Bladoon.
Nobody
Or
likes
showing up with
Ladoon.
people from Bladoon. Because Zealots just get such a great fucking rap all the time.
Sorry, Godfrey, but we're not super big on your hometown.
I worship a debatably evil god, and so far she's been nicer than yours. At least her people.
Godfrey, you plan on defending that?
To each their own.
Like,
Fair enough.
Okay.
I like how the religious zealot is like, whatever.
That's probably why he doesn't hang out with a lot of Bladoonans.
I mean,
That's probably why he left Ladoon.
Well,
Ladoonites.
my only other point is there's some people I want to find
What?
that it's no rush.
family?
What?
Family?
Yeah, you know, old Papa over there. He told me some stuff that I kind of wanna pursue a little bit. But
Didn't he tell
you
you
guys
not
helped
to?
me out. I mean,
I mean, I'd be glad to help.
you
try to
100%
track
were
them
not
down
there for that,
sometime.
so
I wasn't. I'm not sure. I kind
I
of got
was
confused what
definitely
happened with what.
solo in that conversation.
Then why didn't you whisper it? I got confused. Okay.
That conversation was with his dad in the morning while we were all being mad at Bill for screaming and doing this alarm thing.
Oh, goody.
Anyways, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but you know, you guys inadvertently, by accident, being as solid as you normally are, helped me solve something. So I feel like I owe all of you, you know, effort in helping you. I owe you all something. So, I mean, you tell me what do people need something to do?
Killua?
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, if this is about Mr. Sister, I know that.
Yeah, okay. If you're not mentioning it, then okay.
I typically don't bring it up, but like,
Mhm.
that is definitely a thing that like we should probably do. So I haven't heard anything about her recently.
Side note, Kilowatt, I still need a ransom from your father.
No, you don't.
Then I need a knighting. Nobility.
I mean,
to be raised to nobility. If you
You
thought that
can ask him, but I'm not gonna make any promises.
yeah, I you know, considering you left out that your nobility, I feel like that's kind of a.
I mean, you left out that your father is like that dude.
Well, that's fine.
That dude.
I had just learned that. We learned that at the same time. You were there for a very important bonding moment.
I wasn't there when you met him.
I didn't know. But point being is, you are. When I think back to that memory, you're in there, buddy. You're part of that moment, that time frame.
Well, owe you guys anything? By the way, Kilowatt, I want something from you.
What do you need?
No offense, no offense, Clicker. Considering how many times you've gotten locked up and we got you out, or I got you out, I think.
I don't know. I
people-
kind of
Just once.
got him locked in
Just
prison
once.
one time,
Second time I busted myself out. I was only in prison for like 2 seconds.
and it was partially my fault. So what do you need?
Did we ever find out why the people just died?
No,
Mysteries! Secrets!
they just like used the bowl and like suicided.
Did you just say that? Because if that's what is that what you think happened, or is that what Killua thinks happened?
That's what Killua thinks happened.
Okay, let that stand then.
I mean,
Clicker just saw them walking around before starting dropping
like
like
they
flies,
used
right?
the bowl and like turned to dust, and then the things attacked.
Okay.
So they. So what's Clicker need?
Mm,
You
Not
just
good.
said you needed something from me.
no, I was making a joke about how Zero was like, I want to help you guys, anything you want. By the way, Killua, I want stuff from you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean the guy hid away the fact that he is nobility from us.
Yeah, that's not something
Was
that
he
you
at-
just want
did
to
he
tote
have to
around.
tell us?
Well, you know what?
Secrets are secrets.
Anyone else have any secrets? I feel like this is a good time to, you know, a real cathartic moment that we can have.
Mm,
I mean, I've got a portable closet in my pocket.
I got a
Wait.
foot fetish. Is that a secret you wanted to know?
That's. I mean, I too enjoy chicken wings and drumsticks.
No, that's not it.
Well, all right. No one's gonna see. All right. Well, let's go get you home.
Maybe we'll figure out where maybe we can look for my sister, because she's disappeared, and I don't know where she's...
What? Alright.
I've brought this up multiple times before in the game.
Time out. I feel like you're underselling a missing sibling.
I definitely am.
Alright.
We also have
Where's
2
your
statues in
sibling?
here.
Because I don't know
Hey.
anything about where she's at, or anything.
So how did you know she's missing?
Because I was told by my mom.
Alright, then let's
Why?
go home. Let's.
Who like maybe like a week or so ago told me to come home.
So what you're saying is you're having a family emergency and you're lingering, not rushing
I
home.
mean, I found out about it when I was in Harago, and before we left, she just told me to like lay low for a while. That's why I didn't bring it up very much.
Lay low. So, in other words, travel,
Alright, let's go home.
resolving major political situation in turmoil, and
Hey, I never
Damon,
said I
spearhead
did
an
a good job
attempt
at it.
to make a massive change in government.
I
John
never
Damon-
said I did a good job at laying low. I'm just saying what she told me to do. She said to lay low, and I proceed to
Just
stage an assassination.
typical flame
Leave the
renders.
city.
Typical flame render. Oh god.
Alright, let's go to your kingdom. Let's do that.
We technically were in my kingdom, but
I'm not gonna get put in jail, am I?
I don't think so. And
Promise.
if you do, I'll get you out.
What you said last time. And then you got put in jail too.
You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there then.
Like that bridge.
We'll burn the bridge then.
Alright, let's go to bed, because the two of you are gonna fist fight each other after too long.
I mean,
Alright,
he's got
so
more like wings and flappy bits.
evening goes on, and once again morning comes, and now that she's had a chance to shop and replenish the stocks, sure you're all right, makes another wonderful breakfast. Dinner, not that great still, but now breakfast is waffles and like an array of all different kinds of syrups.
Are the waffles still salty?
No, the waffles are very fluffy and delicious. Even without syrup, they're quite good.
I agree.
Clicker will eat like he is a child.
There you go,
Waffles
yeah.
flying
Just
everywhere.
all hands, waffles everywhere. They gave
It's
you
like
one
scooping-
bottle of syrup, and it's
It's like
everywhere
chugging syrup
except
like a water
yeah.
bottle.
yeah, it's everywhere except where it should be.
I'm sure someone that has precipitation would find.
Clicker,
Yes.
make a Constitution save.
I'm gonna be attacked by someone.
Is he gonna get
Constitution
attacked
save?
by-
Okay, all right. You had a little rumble in your tummy for a second, but it's okay because you chugged a bottle of syrup.
No, it was in a picture.
So
It
it's
was
like,
in a picture.
oh, just for a second, you get a little bit of indigestion, and it's back to
A couple
waffles in the
burps.
faces.
I mean, we're leaving the amazing house. I gotta get my fill before we go.
Sure you're all right gives a deep bow as you all begin to exit and says, "Please have a safe journey. The house will be in order upon your return." Okay. Heading out, you've got most of the morning, really. You didn't, it's actually quite early still. You can leisurely move out to the east, across the roads to the princess carriage of Bold Old Hunel, who, as promised, promptly and readily is waiting for you prior to 10 o'clock. And with horses now dressed in pristine white parade garments and the carriage extra shined, he stands rapidly at attention at the door to the carriage awaiting your imminent arrival.
See Tim typing. I don't know if he's like typing out local stuff or.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was like important to this.
No, it's not.
All right.
Alright, so I guess head up to the carriage and load on up. Unless people wanted to do things in the morning.
No, I accomplished all I need.
Excellent, my young masters. And my old master,
Oh, I'll take a bedroom, by the way.
of course.
Wait, what?
In the
The mansion.
it's, the same one that you had previously occupied is open. It can remain as you had woken up with the more familiar trappings of a basically of a typical Ilfordian teenager.
I ask. It can look like anything I want, right?
Essentially, yes.
So I point to one of the walls. Can that just be like a nice seaside scene with the waves crashing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get that. And wait for it to go into effect.
You actually get your own bay window, and outside it looks like this. It's the coast of Maine. You sit up there, and it's like you're sitting in a lawn chair, and you just got like kind of a rocky escarpment as it comes up, and the waves crash up against it and recede, and you get this very soft ocean sound as the waves come in and out.
I just basically I go through and kind of do something like that. A nice, comfortable little rustic, but
Like a seaside cottage.
Yeah, but with a big bed.
Nice.
But yeah, it just I just playing it like the Doctor Strange's the Sanctum. You know how the windows are changed, and just kind of treating it like that. And then yes, I'm ready to go.
Okay, that sounds great. Type. And grab-assing aside on the way to the carriage ride. Your princess carriage awaits, gentlemen. If you are all okay with departing immediately, gentlemen, please board and we shall embark. Let's see. Trying to find an image to use for you guys.
Pupper.
Won't drag in. Dang it.
I mean, you probably just download it off of Discord, but...
No. I've already got something for you. Here you go.
What is this place?
Hmm?
Baradalon.
It's your fucking-
Baradalon.
What the? How do you not know this shit?
Actually, Baradalon is not part of your kingdom, Killua. Baradalon is the southern hold of the Wood Elves. It is where your former colleague, Oran, hailed from.
Alright, one moment while I wild shape into a cave bear and slash it, clicker.
Jeez. Well, I block it with my shield.
All right,
there.
all right, enough, children.
Hey,
You
he's walking around his alley.
make me put on Devil's Wears Prada in the background, so we set off.
Excellent. Finally. So, let me grab something, because it's D&D. There's a rollable table for this. And I'm super happy about that.
So, what is our token for the thing or whatever the crap?
Oh, your token for traveling right now is the princess carriage. Obviously.
Well, we don't see it. That's what I was asking.
I see it.
It's right over. I just made it big even. I made it huge now.
Okay, I need to refresh roll 20.
Alright, Kilo, you're in the pumpkin carriage.
You're in the pumpkin carriage, Killua. All right. So the pumpkin carriage is its first day out of Haragone, and oh gosh, I cannot find it for some reason. I didn't have it. No, I'm bad.
Are you bad? I think Clicker's bad for becoming Allie.
4 alleys. There are 4 for now.
Oh
Walking
no!
around.
No!
Just repeating bits of dialogue that she said before.
No! That is not allowed.
Just like being ominous.
At least it's only for a minute.
But for that minute, you're just like not having it. What is the matter, Master Killer? So Killer just kind of not Killer. Clicker just kind of fucks.
So, as you guys are reaching about midday, the carriage master, Balon, calls to a halt and pulls the carriage to the side. Something up ahead, my lords.
Quack.
Are you a duck? Holy shit. Alright, what's
I make
what do we
noises.
see? What do I see with my very handy dandy
Ah, yes.
Spyglass.
Pulling out your spyglass, you pull up and take a look, and up ahead is a horse, saddled, running full bore down the road at you guys. Towards, I mean, you've pulled off to the side.
Is there anyone else? Is there anyone on the horse?
There appears to be no rider.
I say we just let that go. Ignore DM plot.
As a
Wait,
while, it goes
no
right
horse.
by you, and continues on.
Unless you wanted me to stop the horse and talk to it. So
I
could be-
mean, I feel like Prince should know what's going on in his area.
Bork, 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 bork.
Killua, I believe in you. Go get that horse.
Clicker actually will get up to stop it, but mainly because he wants to go through its stuff. Because it has a saddle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess let's stop the horse, and I'll start.
Okay.
ritual
Clicker
casting.
gets out
How
first,
about
just trying
make
to
an
calm it
animal
down.
handling check? Okay, Clicker. How do you try
Basic.
and do this? How do you try and do this?
He activated his boots immediately when he walked out,
Okay.
and walked in front of it, trying to calm it with his hands out, and I don't know, try to pick one of his reassuring voices he has.
Okay.
If it didn't slow down, he would just fly out of his way. Like he walked
Okay.
up front, holding his hands out, like whoa, whoa.
Make a dexterity save real quick.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. But
Can't touch
without much of an issue, you just kind of you realize enough of a moment soon enough that
You can't stop him.
the horse ain't gonna stop for you, and you just kind of fly up, and he zooms right under you. But as it runs by you, Killua, you just caress it briefly, and you kind of push it a little bit off kilter. You know, just all you have to do is get them moving to the side a little bit, and they slow down. So this one worked just fine, and a little nudge from one of its heels turns the horse around, and he just kind of pulls up and kind of claps a little bit and stands in front of you.
Just think.
Okay.
What the heck happened?
But there's a giant,
A giant.
just many of them, giant things.
What do they look like? I can't exactly go off of just giant many things.
Large, two-legged giants.
The race.
No, just giants, I guess. Then, yeah. I mean, And where is your rider?
Fighting them.
How far up ahead?
I've been running for a while.
You're asking the horse math.
I'm asking the horse.
I've
How
been
long?
running for a while.
You should be able to
Okay,
take
has it been
what
a
condition the
day?
horse is in,
2
figure out how
days?
long it's been running.
I've been
Okay.
running since the sun was above.
So noon. What time is it now?
It's about 2 or 3 p.m.
Okay, a few hours.
Okay, I assume you don't want to go back there.
Master.
No.
When he's
Fuck
speaking
Master.
with animals, is he? Can we understand him, or is it just?
It's like 2 horses whinnying.
Oh god, this is disgusting.
Clicker joins in, but he's just actually making noises.
Hey, Mike, I need like 30 nays from you.
Nay, nay, nay.
Mike,
Nay, nay.
need
Why
some
do
more-
I have to neigh?
it's called role playing, Mike.
But it doesn't sound like a neigh to me.
I need you
It
to
does. You just
roleplay.
understand it.
I have a reverse inspiration to use.
So do I.
That's right. It's there. Mike, you give me a nay or
Or what?
Neigh,
I will reverse inspiration one of your rolls.
neigh, 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 neigh.
Alright, thank you. I'm satisfied.
Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, nay,
Like I've been
nay, nay.
blackmailed.
Alright. The horse, having more than enough of your shit, turns and gallops away.
Okay.
So
Towards Tarragon.
Did Clicker find anything?
What was Clicker trying to do?
He was floating above it while he was talking, trying to.
Oh, going. The
the
horse does not have any saddle bags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
a
it's
second.
just a saddle.
Sad face. Okay.
Yep.
Then after like 2 minutes of floating, he'll kick off the shoes. Get back to the bridge.
Okay.
Actually, how fast can I travel? Just normal speed?
Can
With
what
the
travel?
boots? Equal to your walking speed, yeah.
Equal to your walking speed, your normal speed.
Yeah. I was trying to think maybe I could scout out ahead, figure out what's going on, but.
Oh. So,
I was gonna say that there's nothing up ahead.
I think that's about good for you to take a 15-minute break.
Okay.
And let's see. Everyone except for Frankie
He's had a good break.
and Spiced. Frankie and Spiced, let's jump to the Whisper Room.
Are we all sure Frankie's alive?
Oh,
I don't
wait,
know
he's
if Frankie's
there?
alive or
He
not.
may have been dragged there.
I think he was doing something
I
different.
think he was dragged there. Do we just
No,
want to ping
it's-
Frankie?
No.
Wait, hold on. He might actually be conscious. Let's
Don't-
wait, let
don't-
Sean do Sean.
Sean Dushan things.
I mean, he's still
He's
muted.
If he's there, it doesn't matter. It's not our responsibility.
So it's cool that he gave me inspiration for fucking with Killa. I already had reverse inspiration. Damn it.
Can I have your inspiration?
Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works.
I think
I
you
don't
can
think that's
only
how it
have
works.
you can only have one.
Yeah, exactly.
One of
I have
each.
reverse inspiration, regular inspiration.
I found that out because I had 2 of each.
Some DMs stack it, but not most.
I mean, he's the only one that does reverse.
But most of the games I've played, at least do reverse inspiration, but most
Yeah.
don't stack.
It's because
I'm
you're expected
always
to use
listening,
it.
Master Killua.
You know, one day Kilo was gonna scare the crap out of Clicker.
I'll deserve it. Oh, he'll deserve it, I mean. He's fine for a good joke.
I just don't know what scares Clicker.
Being in prison. You can like have him arrested as a joke by your guards.
Oh my god.
And then when we get to the jail, you'll be in there with him. You're like, hey, gotcha.
Yeah, you just like piss me off so much. I'm like, hey guards.
Arrest him. Fly away! I really don't want to waste a wind walk to just scout out up ahead.
If we're gonna use Windwalk, we're all just leaving
Mm-hmm.
and going right there.
We could just do that. Fuck your idea, Sean. We're just leaving.
Yeah, but just say fuck the new guy and go.
Oh, right, because, oh no.
This is how he's introducing the new guy.
Oh gosh. No, Sean probably like, Clicker, you can't find your magical bead. It's like, oh great, I lost it. Jeez. Yeah, I have 3 beads left. 1 is Windwalk, 2 of them are level 2 Cure Wounds, or a Lesser Restoration that I pick when I use it. Which I totally should have used when we were in the fight with the elementals. But whoops.
Wait, it was less restoration or what?
Or a +2, a level 2 Cure Wounds spell.
Oh.
But I guess it wouldn't matter too much though, because I wouldn't be able to use that on Frankie's character from that far away.
No.
But yeah, the Windwalk, you only got it if you crit on the D20 roll, and I crit twice. So I got 2 of the Windwalk beads.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. I can turn invisible now.
What, do you just have like invisibility now, or?
It's Channel Divinity. It's kind of garbage, because it's only for the end of your next turn. Only of your next turn. Well, I can be invisible
What
for
are
a
you
little bit
doing?
then.
What spell? I'm sorry.
I have a Channel Divinity to become invisible.
Oh. I also took the spell invisibility.
I don't actually have the spell invisibility. Because I don't get it with my domain, and I'm a cleric, so. I get Blink. I haven't used that yet. But it's kind of just like a, I'm going to be a chicken shit and get out of here spell, so.
Hey, I mean, if Clicker doesn't like
I've considered it a few times. But really, you're just kind of there for a minute, so it's not going to do much good after a minute.
Did you get any of the greater restoration ones?
No.
Beats?
Why? Is someone mad? What's wrong?
No, but I mean, greater restoration is just nice to have available.
Yeah. No, I only have 3 prayer beads left. They're the 2 of the Cure Wounds, 1 of the Windwalk.
Right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab myself a drink.
Sir. Also, Sean, it's very nice that you gave me inspiration, but I already have both, so I can't.
Well, maybe you should use it more.
I should. I don't expect to get it sometime.
Oh well. Well, then again, we
Like-
don't have a lot of really heavy duty battles
that's
anymore, do
also
we?
true. Should I give it to somebody else?
Well, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you can use it on someone else.
Well, I mean,
What?
like I had.
Anyway,
I meant like
I
the
gotta go
extra.
get something to drink. I'm gonna get a headache otherwise, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Mike, is your microphone tasty?
I don't know why my microphone's making that noise. One moment.
Nom 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 nom.
Man, something weird's happening to me tomorrow morning.
What's that? Oh, God damn it, Mike. Why are you broke?
Oh my god. I'm
I love
having.
how it's.
Sorry?
No, you're good.
No, you go first.
I was just making fun of Mike.
No.
I mean, Mike is broken because Mike is.
Anyway. I'm having breakfast with a girl tomorrow morning. It's weird.
A girl? You're having a breakfast with a girl?
What's that?
I don't know why that's so weird, but
No, you.
Like,
It's weird for me. That's why it's weird.
okay.
I every time I wake up and I see her there, I say to myself, "God damn it, I fucked up."
What have I done?
She's-
Alright.
I make those jokes in front of her all the time. So,
I can feel the glare through the internet.
Spiced has the wife. He's so quiet. Oh my god, Mike, your fucking Mike.
I'm trying to fix my mic. Sorry.
Start by getting it out of your mouth.
Is everything okay now?
Well, it's been on and off, so we'll see. Right now, it's okay.
You might also just be hearing me eating pretzels, so
Well, unless your microphone is falling in there and eating that too. Probably not that.
hopefully not. I just unplugged my mic and plugged it back in.
Oh, I should have bought a diamond. Whoops.
Why?
Revivify. Forgot to
I'm
buy.
sure you could just say that you bought one while you were there.
I'll have to ask.
I mean, Sean just gave me a portable wardrobe.
Wait.
It's a walk-in closet that I can put anywhere.
Okay.
Because I asked for it. It's like, hey, can I buy a bag of holding? And he's like, I mean, sure. And I'm like, okay, are there any other, like, what are the options? Or is it just regular bags of holding? And this was one of them, and I talked him down from 1,000 gold to just giving it somehow. And, like, advertising for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because since Killua is now apparently going to need extra clothes because he's going to start turning into things on Thursdays, he needs to have a place to carry all those clothes. I could also technically, like, hide in it.
I hope Thaddeus Stevens has a piano somewhere. That would be neato.
Don't you have your own, like, small one?
Got a 88 key keyboard,
Oh.
but it's nothing compared to like a baby grand.
I'm sure they have one somewhere.
If they don't, I'm gonna be real salty. Also, hope they let me use Ethernet.
I know there's actually some places, like, I've heard of some schools requiring you to use Ethernet for some of your, like, for consoles, which is really annoying. Because, like, some don't have the thing, you have to have an adapter for them.
What are you guys talking about? College?
Yeah.
Oh god, you're so young.
Well, I'm
Most of us
sorry.
are pretty young.
Oh god.
We're not in our 30s like you and Sean.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure both of you are in your 30s.
Spiced.
What's up?
Oh, I didn't know how old Spiced was. Sorry.
Yeah, Spice is in his 30s too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What up? We turned this campaign OLD old.
I mean, James was older.
Hello, fellow kids.
And
How
was
do you
older.
do?
How do you little children do?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that everyone in here is at least 18 or at least almost 18. I don't know how Jeff and Frank are.
At least
exactly.
that's what I'm assuming you are.
Wink, wink.
I'm actually 12.
The best age on the internet.
Them 12-year-olds playing Call of Duty.
I don't know what type is, but I'm 19, female, and from California. So.
Oh my god, ASL! Dude,
Hell yeah.
Spice, these most of these guys weren't alive for AOL chat room.
Yeah, true enough.
Honestly, that was like 2000, 2001. If you really think about it, that was like the heyday of chat rooms. Even before that, like 99, 98, 99.
ICQ and what was the other one?
Oh, I don't even know what ICQ is. I don't even remember
You don't
that.
even know what ICQ is? Oh man.
What was it?
It was just like it was the instant messenger before instant
Oh,
messenger.
AIM. Oh, no. I had the regular AOL. So
Okay.
AIM was built in.
He's
I
like, bro, I
gotcha.
had the CDs. I don't know what you had.
Yeah, I had them CDs, man. Red Dragon in.
He was just like Sean, just buying them, stealing them in bulk.
Didn't Sean say that he had like a truck full
Yeah,
of
he said he had like a whole
CDs, and
box
he
full
would
he
just
just
like
throw at
throw
people.
at people?
You mentioned that a couple sessions ago, yeah. Mike, did you grab the NPC I made to import it?
Oh no, I have not. I can do that right now.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want me to do it later, but
No, you don't have to. Well, you don't have to. I mean,
I have access to it in your game, right?
yeah.
Right. And it is in here, and her name is Lyra.
So while Sean's gone, who wants to talk about politics?
Well,
Well, Spice is a Canadian, so he wants to talk about
good man, good man.
maple
Alright,
syrup
first-
or bagged milk.
All
That
right,
bag
who's
milk
in the
thing is
game?
hilarious. Where
Oh
in
yeah,
Canada, by the
bag
way,
vote.
if I can ask?
Sorry, what was that?
Where in Canada are
Where?
you at? Like
Ontario.
generally. Okay. The more normal Canada, got it.
More normal, sure.
My neighbor up here, I'm from Michigan, so next door.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Except I'm from the lower peninsula, which is basically where all the nasty Michiganders live. Nope, the upper peninsula is a much nicer place.
Okay. Never been to the southern port.
Tim,
No.
you're downselling yourself.
Bro, people in the upper peninsula call us trolls because we live under the bridge. We got Detroit and Jackson and Flint and Saginaw. We nasty. We're just ghetto down here. Upper peninsula, like, and when people think Michigan, they're like, oh, the amazing lakes and views. That's upper peninsula. We're just ghetto and nastiness down here. At least in the cities. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were like, and where's French Canadian? I'm not sure where that is exactly.
Oh yeah, no. No, I stay well away from them.
I love how like Ontario, then like French Canada is a split as like East Coast, West Coast of America. You're like, nope, don't go there.
No, do not go
Do not
there.
associate with those people.
Not unless you want to talk like this.
It's so bad. I did like a whole like ancestry thing a while back to try to figure out my lineage and whatnot, and I found out the majority of my lineage is from the worst accent in Europe. That's all I know it as. I know a few facts
The
about
worst
it.
accent in
What
Europe?
do you think in Europe is the worst accent? Any guesses? This is not.
Um,
It's right by England, in that area.
Right by England. So
Someone popping out a map.
Scotland, Ireland,
Nope, Scotland, Ireland, they're good.
Welsh.
I'm Welsh.
Welsh. Okay,
They have
Welsh.
the worst accents ever.
Oh, yeah, they're
They
so
do.
difficult to understand.
And it's annoying voices about Welsh. I was like, man, it's not cool.
Welsh is just it's really a new language. It really is.
Yeah.
Has everyone caught up with the Critical Role?
I know Sean isn't, but
Oh,
I
Sean never is.
I know Sean isn't.
Yo,
Hey!
you guys want a spoiler alert?
Huh.
At some point, Laura Bailey is gonna leave the show in the next 9 months.
Oh
Yup.
my god.
Yup.
I think it's enough time to let it sit in. Goodness.
Just,
Yo, I called it too.
Oh yeah,
because-
she switched to water.
Uh-huh. There you go, yeah.
No
Well,
one-
they foreshadowed it in Grog's one shot because
They've known since December?
I think they
Usually
were
don't-
trying since then.
You also don't
Oh, maybe.
announce it until what?
Yeah, you don't
12
really
weeks.
announce it until
12
a
weeks?
few months in, yeah.
Because it's due in July, which would make it
Well, that's fantastic.
July. 2, 3,
July's the 7th month.
4, 5.
So November.
So yeah, they would have been trying in November then, which is when the Grog one shot happened. Because they foreshadowed it. They had their 2 new characters coming with a baby, right?
Oh,
There you go.
jeez.
The baby with the indies. Love it.
I definitely don't. I think she'll come back, but I don't think she'll be gone for a bit.
I hear tell that babies are pretty important to,
you know
your
what's
life
also important?
choices and
You
things.
know what? Also important is getting away from said baby every now
Huh,
and then.
yeah, there you go. All right. I
did you see
am.
my PM.
I did. I'll adjust.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to come off as that guy.
You don't want to be that guy? Nobody really wants to be that guy. They think they do, but they don't.
Who, emo?
everyone wants to be there.
Okay, Baracus wanted to be that guy.
I don't know which guy, but Baracus probably did want to
Yeah.
be that guy.
All right, so Oculus is just kind of sleeping in the back of the wagon for the rest of the session. All right
Well,
then.
to be fair, he had salt pancakes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As a
As a fish person.
fish person, he had salt
Yeah.
pancakes.
Yeah,
Dehydrated himself.
yeah. He has had a rough morning.
Gee.
The last couple of days, actually. What the fucking hell? There we go. My fucking wine wouldn't open, guys.
We
What
actually
a
just
goddamn
forgot him.
disaster.
We just forgot in the mansion, like Home Alone style. Totally forgot he was in there and left.
Yes, that is exactly it. There's been a very distinct series of unfortunate events that occurred.
He had to sleep in the bottom bunk with the bedwetter and just use that as situation.
Oh no.
Yeah.
By the way, I gotta put this out there. This is more for Sean and Spice and I. You saw that they made a fucking Karate Kid sequel called Cobra Kai, right?
Oh, sweet.
What?
If they do that right, I'd be super happy.
With William Zabka.
No way. Is there a trailer for this?
It's a YouTube Red series. I'm sorry, it's not a real movie, but it's
Oh,
a-
Ah.
well, it just means that there's gonna be many of them.
Sean,
And
it's a
Sean's
little too
instantly
much.
disappointed. Because no one uses YouTube Red.
I actually have a YouTube Red subscription.
I've used it for a while too.
I had the free trial.
Anyway, okay. So
the end was so good.
if I'm not gonna watch it right now. we're gonna get back into it. Jeff, have you returned?
Yes, I have.
I hear clicker. Mike?
Yes.
Alright, Spiced.
Yes, sir.
Und the type, I know you're here, yes?
Obligated by legal boundaries that I must answer.
I see. Very well. So, continuing forward, you guys have seen, you just spoke with the horse, Killua, and looked down the road, knowing
Something
Maybe-
is amiss.
maybe an
You don't know
hour,
what.
maybe 2 at most, you'd come across whatever startled that horse.
We could always skip it with Windwalk.
Just skip your character spice. Lullaby.
Yeah, just see ya.
Yeah, I don't have a horse anymore, so I can't catch
Yeah,
up
well-
to you guys.
We're not wasting that though, Mike. Not you don't have to.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I don't want to waste it. It's flying.
But I don't feel like going to fight
It
whatever.
is
the fuck we're fighting.
my gem, and I say we don't use it.
Okay, Clicker, fine. Have it your way.
I will. Just like whoever's eating that. Or is that just Mike eating the microphone again? Okay, so what's going on?
Why don't you guys
So-
I think
all-
I was eating
Why don't
it.
you guys all get yourself
Hmm?
put up in the princess carriage? Boldo puts you all back away and starts off again, a little more wary than before. He stops the carriage again. There's
we're
a
bringing
doings
the
up ahead.
horse.
Huh?
We're bringing the
The
horse.
horse
by the way.
ran away.
Horse ran off.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
It was done with Killua. It was done with Killua.
okay.
It was done with my bullshit.
It's okay, your shit, boy.
With my horse shit.
He gave you the nene.
Wow.
He neighed and he whipped him with his tail.
Wow. Just wow.
He
Okay.
whipped, he neighed, and he left.
So, you guys start to come up, and you do stop the cart once more, and Baldo says, "There's a cart up ahead, and something else."
Did Killua tell us what he heard, by the way?
Yeah, I told you there was something
Okay,
there.
so we're aware of that. It's possible.
Yeah.
So what do we see exactly?
Looking out, assuming you use your spyglass, you do see
My hard-earned.
a cart. It appears to be stuffed full of cabbages. And what appears to be 2 very large bodies on the sides of it,
My
and
cabbages!
the bodies of a couple of other smaller humanoids.
I go, "Psst, guys. We got corpses. How far away is it?
A couple 100 feet.
We should approach on foot.
Clicker will make us invisible
For how long?
for, I don't know, an hour?
You can make
meant
all
like
of
the
Would
us.
you just pass without tracing, or?
That's what I meant. Not actual visible, I meant like stealthy.
All right.
So there's no
I
stealth
tell
button?
Well, I can. It's more of an option.
I tell the guy driving the cart or the carriage to just prepare in case you need to flee. But know
Turn the
that
cart around.
if you leave without it actually being a reason to leave, the prince will make sure that.
Oh my god, he wasn't supposed to know these things.
I think he kind of.
I know, but like,
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you under the bus at every opportunity.
With a quick gaze over at you, Killua,
God,
and a glance back to
I
you,
hate you, Zero.
Zero. I figured as much.
Okay.
I hate
I
you, Zero.
I toss
What
up the hood to
the hell?
my jacket, which is basically my
Mhm.
my cloak of elvenkind, and I move
Hoodie of
ahead
elvenkind, yep.
with- Yeah, I move off ahead of the group, trying to get some cover as I go.
Yeah, there are trees and whatnot we can take cover in as we approach.
On either side of the road, trees are a little sparse, but you'll be able to find some brush. You'll be able to find a burn here and there to kind of duck beneath. So you're not at least visible from the road.
Will Clicker cast pass out trace on Godfrey Killua, zeroing himself to approach on foot stealthily.
Oh, well, he only stole. Oh god,
Very nice.
that's some good stealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some 34 stealth.
Okay.
So 18 for Godfrey.
Once more from type. You were heading out first, I believe. Yes.
Yep. Oh, sorry. So, can I move at a good? So, I get advantage for the cloak, and technically, I'm also getting advantage from pass without a trace.
Plus 10 on advantage.
Oh, plus 10. All right. So, can I move at full speed, stealthing? So basically, roll at natural.
Actually, I don't know. I think it'd be within 30 feet
I'd
of
say
me
you
to get my bonus.
I thought
when
that's
it's
the
cast,
casting.
and then you
Okay,
use
I
concentration.
wasn't sure. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Wow.
Critically fail. It would still get 21.
Wow.
That's a 21.
Well, you have advantage, don't you?
No, he doesn't.
No, because I
Not from the
offered
cloak?
that specifically. No, I got the cloak. I said I was moving at full speed.
Okay.
You have reliable talent yet?
I
He's
think
got a
that's like
21
14.
skill check. That's fine.
Typical type. I go big or I go home.
He critically failed and still did better than Godfrey and Clicker.
That's kind of impressive, actually.
I thought the crit fails were automatic except for attack rolls.
Including attack rolls for me. And it's attack rolls and saving throws are automatic. Ability checks normally aren't, but way more fun if they are.
It is definitely more fun if they are.
Inspiration!
Could use it if you want to.
No, I'll wait to waste it later.
Okay. In that case, 0.
Yes.
Running ahead of the group. You you trip over a dead humanoid's body that you didn't see while you were running full bore. And you make a bit of a racket. And righting yourself, brushing yourself off, you look over and you see you're more or less in the middle of this scene of a couple of dead humans, a couple of dead, very, very large humanoid creatures, and behind the cart, another figure stands up and addresses you.
Hello, friends.
Is it just Zero that he sees, or?
So far, it's just 0. The other ones, you guys all had successful stealth checks.
So is as I'm seeing this, am I like standing up from tripping and tumbling and rolling up?
Yeah, you did. You actually did a pretty graceful kind of dive roll trip, and you.
Can I make a deception or persuasion to pass it off as intentional, or an acrobatics to roll into it? And
Make an acrobatics check to roll into it.
So I'm gonna. All right, I'll tell you what I do depending how I roll.
Oof.
Yeah. So what I do is I hit the trip, but I go into a nice like roll, little bit of a cartwheel at the end.
Your French girl poses.
And I
Oh my god.
And then I pop out my hand crossbow at the low ready, and I'm looking around. Oh, I didn't see you there. How are you?
Roll insight.
The man.
Roll deception at advantage.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't see.
I don't think
that.
he's gonna pass it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, ma'am, this guy is slick.
Oh, he doesn't realize this. As I do that, so with my right hand, I have my hand crossbow out, and I'm looking around. I got a little bit of a smile on my face. My other hand, I tip my purple cowboy hat up. How's it going? You all right? Didn't see there.
God.
I have a deep purple cowboy hat with I forget what they have.
Logo was removed, remember?
No. I know. I'm trying to remember what the other clothes were. But no, they're glamored sort of leather, so it doesn't matter. They are what I say they are. I have an olive green, like a jacket with a hood. That's form fitting, and a pair of gray pants and a nice brown leather boots. That I believe they have they're Nike sneakers. With the pump ups since they levitate.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I look around. You all right?
Yes. So the man who is kind of leading on the side of a cart of cabbages, is taking a breather
Shut up, Mike.
and seems to be he has a med kit beside him and looks like he's just sort of wrapping his hands, tending to some of his wounds. You see that his knuckles are split open a little bit, and he's got an axe beside him that looks like it's just freshly cleaned. And he turns to you and says, "Well, you just missed the party, my friend. You can put away your weapon. I'm not here to rob you or anything."
All right, that's the first inaccurate statement you've said to me so far, so we're off to a bad start. I am the party, so I didn't miss any party. That's the first thing. Second thing. All right. I holster the crossbow.
The rest of you arrive and can reveal yourselves accordingly, having
Oh, I
successfully
call-
stealthed because Type is a bit of a
Oh, I
showman
totally
and was very capable.
I totally call him out too. Hey guys, come here.
I guess I'll come out.
Yeah, Clicker just kind of stands up like, "Oh, okay.
It's like, what the fuck?
Walks over.
I think that
Hey,
was
this is-
a wonderful time for the rest of you to introduce yourselves and the look of your characters as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Gila is a halfling druid who definitely looks a bit odd, given the fact that he's wearing a black cloak and trilby with some peacock feathers on it and blues mother shades.
Think,
otherwise-
think like 50s pimp.
Wait, who's this? Who's the 50s?
Gila?
The druid halfling.
Yeah, the druid.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Farthis nods in greeting to him.
Clicker. Mashu. The city with. Yeah, Clicker is just wearing a cloak. He's got a buckler, a sword that's sheathed. I'm not sure if you know what a kenku is, but he's got black feathers covering his body and has a crow's head, very large beak. He's about 5 feet tall, short little bird man. He's not saying too much. He's just kind of trying to figure out what's going on at this point. He has head tilted to the side like a curious dog.
so are you? What do we miss?
Godfrey, how do you
Oh, I forgot
introduce
what
yourself?
He's pulling the Frankie, I think. Nope. Okay.
You see, unlike Frankie, I don't fall asleep except those 2 times.
Except for
When
those
did you-
times I did.
When did you fall asleep in the game? I don't remember this.
Literally first 2.
Focus,
3
kids. Focus.
I give like a little awkward wave, like, "Hi, Godfrey." I'm the
Describe
paladin.
yourself. Describe what you look like to him.
I'm a big red dragonborn with steel plate armor.
I think at this point you finally cleaned the purple lion off of it.
Yeah. Get that shit
I
off of there.
think he kind of like to him because of Ladoon. Ignore my rambling.
Well, well met, everyone. As you can see, there was a giant attack here, and he motions to corpses of giants, their heads clearly removed. I wasn't able to save the merchants, but I do know that these are the Hartford sons. I don't suppose any of you have experience with the Hartford sons at all?
I turn on my heels and look at Killua. Young Master
Sean.
Prince.
Killua, make
God
an
damn
intelligence
it!
check.
I'm gonna kill you!
How injured does
Oh, you said
Farthest
history
appear.
or intelligence? What was it?
History. Trying to remember something about your town.
I
Oh, dude,
remember
oh,
all
dude,
of
oh, dude.
everything.
dude?
Looking,
Bruh,
bro.
dude.
Looking at the two young men, you knew them.
Oh jeez.
Ooh.
Heathcliff and Reginald Hartford. It's the sons of Francis Hartford, owner of the Hartford Sons.
Okay, but
Francis Hartford being the last surviving son of the previous generation of Hartford Sons, these two being the only sons of Francis Hartford.
oh well, crap! Hartford Sons.
They're Hartford Sons. They do a lot of trade in the city. They are very closely attached to the various other mercantile companies there, particularly the Overlandia Trading Company that mainly deals to the east. They have a very good trading caravan set up with them, and usually their travel to the west is a little bit less, but in this case, it's a lot less now.
Yeah, I guess it is a whole lot less. I guess I would say, yeah, they're a fairly recognizable trade company. These, oh god.
I bow. I bow to you. Thank you, sir.
Oh wait, that me?
Thank you for your knowledge.
Oh my god, Zero, please stop.
Not until the bounty's paid.
There is no bounty.
You're right. It's not a bounty. It's a
Where's this bounty?
It's a ransom.
it's a ransom. That's
Okay,
right.
you don't. There's no ransom on my head.
Sir, how do you feel about getting a ransom for rescuing a prince?
God damn it!
A ransom?
Yes, young master
I
here was
haven't
he was
been.
arrested, and I'm escorting him back to.
No, god damn it!
You're going to Greyfield then? Greyfield?
Can we get a pronunciation there, Killua?
Greyfield.
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 One more time, Killua.
God.
I
No,
tussled his
one
hair.
day Zero's just gonna wake up.
I
And
tussled the halfling's hair.
Oh Jesus.
There are easier ways to get stabbed.
yeah, there really are.
He shouldn't have been a halfling if he didn't want me to roleplay his big brother. So this is what's happening. But anyways, if you Zero has like a moment where he's hearing that voice. He's like, God, shut the fuck up. All right.
Okay, while he's talking to himself, Clicker will like notice how badly bruised he is, and will just help him out a little bit while walking up to him. So like as the bird just lays its like feathery hand on you, most of your wounds heal.
Alright.
This isn't
If he allows me to.
anything that you're not entirely unfamiliar with. And looking at Clicker, you do see the holy symbol. You see the air of grace that he carries himself with. You can tell immediately this man is a healer, and you would be able to easily recognize that he's going to come and help.
See, his hand is glowing before he touches you with it.
Yeah. His
It's
hand
like
is
a healing-
already glowing with the power
healing
of
aura.
a divine spell.
As he sees the cleric and recognizes the spell, he immediately goes to his knees and
Oh,
puts
jeez.
his hand over his heart and bows his head.
Clicker, it catches you off guard because he doesn't actually speak with one voice, but it's many different voices that he's heard and repeats. And in the voice of a seemingly old man, you hear, "Don't make promises you don't want." As he heals you. My shield is in full view. If he wants to make a religion check, you can try to figure out what it is. Like the
Sure.
god on the shield.
Yeah.
There we go. How's a 15 do you?
Not the nicest of gods. Clicker, why don't you describe who your god is?
So there is a god that is the goddess of luck and good luck, but she has a sister, Lady Doom, Besheba, who is the goddess of bad luck, misfortune, and random mischief.
Ooh.
She's a ruler over more chaotic alignments. However, usually her worshippers worship her mainly as a preemptively avoiding bad luck. Like how you'd worship Timora for good luck. You worship her you worship Besheba to avoid bad luck. And yeah, it's a goddess that most people try to avoid ever speaking her name or dealing with by any means.
All right. Make a note of that. But he still
healed
very
you.
much appreciates the healing, very much so. And he looks up into the sky and notices it's getting dark. And
yeah, it's like 2 hours ago.
Seeing as he's kind of all alone, he asks you guys, sees your cart and says, I'm by myself. I've been by myself for a while, and the roads are becoming more dangerous. I don't suppose I could tag along with you guys for a little while?
I turn.
Is there room in the carriage?
I'm sure. It's all
Yeah.
fancy and
I
whatnot.
say if there's room, then sure.
By the way, what kind of giants were they? The ones on the ground around us? Ogres.
How about a
whatnot?
nature check for me?
Nature check. Okay. -1. Here we go. Either way, it's -1. Yeah, they look like tall people.
They're big.
Big. That one's
Big
got a rock.
people.
That one's got a stick. What color is their skin? Do I need to make investigations?
Gray.
Thank you. I can work with that.
Young Master Killua.
Oh
What's
my
that?
god. Please stop calling me that.
Young Lord.
Okay,
And
that's worse!
Allie's voice, Master Killer.
Oh my god.
I think you're all set to come on in. Why don't I'd offer you your horse, but we just let
Didn't
it
want to stay
go.
with us.
We,
He kind of ran away. I
we
was
didn't really
talking to him
stop
for
it.
a little bit, and then he kind of fucked off.
We should probably grab the bodies if these are very prominent. The merchant boys. It
Oh
might
yeah,
be
no,
a
we
witness for
probably
us,
want
eh?
like a proper burial.
Click will take a couple minutes to repose both of them.
Okay.
Just with ritual casting.
Go
Although
ahead
we'll
and-
look at the state of Farthus, and that he's mostly clean, and then the state of the two Hartford sons,
Oh, there's 3.
where there's 3, but the 2 of them that are there are very dead.
Right.
Technically, one of them is their dad, and then he was a son, and you know what?
It's
Really
a little weird.
Getting a little bit too weird on that. So you know what we're gonna say is, Boldo and carriage driver will look at the 2 of them and go, "They're not coming in my carriage."
We'll pay you extra.
They can go on top. 100 gold each.
Alright,
The
that's
Lord
fine.
shall reward you.
I'll pay for the 100 gold.
The Lord shall drive his own damn carriage.
I think he meant the kid.
Shit. Is there any horses for the other wagon?
Not that you can see.
All right. That's yeah. We'll just let us throw them on the top.
Yeah, I already gave him the 200 gold.
What should we do
Although
with the
reluctantly allows it.
What's that, Farthus?
Yeah, what should we do with the cabbages?
Were you responsible for the cabbages?
No, I just got here.
Cabbages.
Were you
Parts of cabbages.
riding by them?
I was, yeah.
Oh, were you on your way to
Greyfield.
or-
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are they still like inside its own cart, or are they still out here?
The cabbages, I think they're still in the cart.
The cabbages are mostly in the cart.
Does any?
Wait. What? Killua, you said these guys are pretty prominent.
Yeah, why?
I want to go look through.
They're
the
merchants. They're not super prominent.
Who sends the sons of merchants to go fucking transport cabbages?
Obviously, they weren't very
Merchant caravan
prominent
who isn't
if they were
that
doing it
good.
themselves.
Alright, I just want to look through, make sure there's nothing from the wagon that I'm missing.
Make
Yeah.
an investigation check.
Good luck finding stuff. I guided you.
Get a
Add
D4.
your guidance, D4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better.
You know what? These are good cabbages.
I come back with a handful.
There you go.
So one.
Cabbages for everybody.
I got an arms. My arm is full.
Arms full.
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured.
I can't even
figured
hold
that,
all these cabbages.
I figured that's what you meant.
You know what? Oh, never mind.
Enough
Yeah.
cabbages are taken for all. Let's be fair. You're not going to be able to carry the wagon and you guys back.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, let's get on our way. We can let them know where their cabbages are.
Because by the time they eventually get there, they're not going to be rotten or anything.
Yep, basically.
Basically. Moving on.
Mhm.
Day 2. Farthus, when you get to the carriage and everybody loads in for the night,
Mm-hmm.
the seat that you would have taken is occupied by someone laying down on it. There is a blue, for lack of a better word, fishman lying across 2 seats in the carriage.
Sorry about that.
You can just like sit on top of
Push
him.
that thing up.
No one really cares about him. He's kind of a dick.
What?
I thought we had established that we left him. This kid.
Farthus just looks around, sort of.
Just push him
Not
off
really
onto the
sure.
floor.
Oh, you already had a corpse in here. No wonder the cab driver wouldn't let any more in.
All right,
just push
Farthus
him
is
off.
gonna try and pick up the fish and put it on the floor, I guess, gently,
Okay.
without waking him up.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You just kind of carefully move him off the seat. There you go. There's a nice spot on the floor for you, fish boy.
Jeez.
Or you can turn around for the next hour or so of daylight and pull up camp for the evening. Now, perhaps if you had gotten the normal mundane carriage, you would need to set up camp. Perhaps if you got the open air carriage, you would have traveled with a bunch of cabbages and been killed by giants. But you chose the princess carriage. And the princess carriage treats her guests in style. When evening comes, the princess carriage starts to expand out. First to the left and second to the right, encompasses the entire width of the road. And then a little bit further to the lengthwise as well, and all of the benches become really, really nice, glorious queen beds with duvets and really fine high thread count sheets. Boldo
Should we check it for peas? Goodness.
Boldo comes down and says, "Young masters, thank you once again for traveling. Please have a fine evening. Allow Boldo to keep a vigilant watch for you."
I'm down
And
with that.
if you would trust him to keep a watch, you would only need to roll 3 watches instead of 4. And due to the, let's call them fortifications, adjusts the chance of you having to deal with a combat encounter this evening.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, why
Okay.
not?
All right. So that's 1 watch. I need 3 more.
Clicker will take one.
I'll take one.
I will sleep soundly, knowing that I did not have any watches.
Okay.
If you let the new guy watch, he'll be happy too.
I'll let the sleeping fishman watch.
Give me a d20 from each of you.
Oof.
Clicker. What
Alright,
you do
clicker?
that for?
Oh no, it's okay. Clicker, you're only a d4.
D4. I can do.
And then we find Jamal.
You fucking called it.
Wait, what?
Jamal is 20 and 4. So,
What?
you don't know who this is. You're the
I
only,
don't.
you guys,
I
the new
don't
guys
watch
don't know
this.
who this is. So, your evening goes without an issue. Morning comes, and as you all wake, rested, you don't have anything fancy for dinner, for breakfast or anything, because he doesn't have anything to cook with. However, as you leave to go make a fire, Boldo is up already. Killua,
Mm-hmm.
on your pillow when you wake is a very finely wrapped sweet, like a taffy sweet,
Is it on everyone's
in
pillow or
a-
just mine?
just yours.
Okay.
And for the rest of you again, your meal is provided by Boldo. It's your standard kind of roughshod fare of oatmeal and various meat products. But as you are enjoying your morning meal, another cart comes down the road. And garish is a good word for it. There is a dark-skinned gentleman in flowing silk robes of a million colors. That motif spreads all the way out through his wagon. Very tall and with 2 very large doors on the side that seem to open up. Colored in all different colors of the rainbow. Drawn by nothing. Or an invisible horse, you're not sure. But as he pulls up, "Greetings, travelers!"
What time of day is this?
Morning.
Oh, so Farthus sees what do we have? So was it kind of like the night bus from Harry Potter?
Yeah, when it expands out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's got like a place to sleep on it.
Mhm.
In the morning when everyone's doing the stretches, you see that I had been I changed during the evening into my pajamas, which is a set of footy dinosaur pajamas, purple and green, of course. Hold on, I'll provide a photo. These are magical in nature. They're
Yes, quite.
and I lay the cowboy hat over my eyes like Indiana Jones style too when I sleep.
Do you pull up the hood?
Well, yeah, no, it's the hood on top.
The hood
Man,
on
it's-
the cowboy hat.
Hmm.
I figured you as a pink and purple polka dots kind of guy.
That Barney shit out of here.
That's pretty much what it looks like.
Wow, that's a Barney.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, this
Barney onesie.
I lost. I chose purple to match the hat, and green was added. But yes, that's.
I felt
That's
dignity years ago.
oh yeah, totally. I accepted it. That's pretty much his pajamas, and they are enchanted, and they are. If you touch them, like just for an odd reason, you're like, oh, what is this made out of? Just like a weird, like odd touch.
Uh-huh.
They are the finest of materials. It feels like a cloud.
we're
Like
talking
silk on velvet on silk.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Well, like
Out
the
of
place that he
game?
got it from.
out of game, I've spent probably as much money on fucking pajamas as I did mailbox. So
Yep.
yeah.
Them's expensive
About-
pajamas.
They were expensive pajamas.
It's all about trademarking, friends.
All right, it is
That's what it
way too fancy for him.
That's how I'm adorned on
Mhm.
the morning shows. And
Still adorned as such?
oh, 100%.
Okay, good. So-
Hello there.
Farthis sleeps in the nude, so
Oh god.
One might assume that social cues would tell you to put pants on before going outside.
he would. He
Okay.
would. And so he wakes up and looks at your attire, gives you the thumbs up.
You want a pair?
You got an extra pair?
We can get them made.
A little too on board.
Everybody, back to Harrogone!
Turn this thing around.
Pajama shopping.
Let's turn this bus around.
Oh, total side note, because probably didn't see this in our imaginary roleplay land. We all have hats.
What?
All of us have hats.
Wait, does Clicker have a hat?
Oh,
No.
Clicker,
Oh.
I
you
bought
guys
you a
have-
hat.
Everybody has
Yeah.
hats?
Clicker, take the Santa hat.
no.
We-
I
definitely.
have a hood.
Killua and Zero have
And Godfrey.
very fancy.
And Godfrey.
Oh, what was Godfrey's?
Godfrey has the top hat that gives him better charisma.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
What's Oculus have?
Well, he was Frank. He was Oliver. So that was the Robin Hood hat.
He had the Robin Hood hat. He
Anyways,
hasn't gotten a new hat yet.
it's a lot of very odd outfit choices.
Not
Anyways,
Robin Hood, Robbing Hood.
Yeah, Robin
Oh,
Hood's
naturally,
hat.
naturally.
Yes. Yes. Very distinct difference between the two caricatures. Anyway, the
Yeah, the
Uh,
flamboyant Jesus.
the flamboyant dark-skinned man gracefully hops off of his cart. His cart continues to follow him off the road and towards you. Greetings, travelers. My name
Ahoy,
is
ahoy.
Jamal. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
What
Guys.
did you feed me last night?
guys, everyone line up. Everyone, get outside. Don't talk. Just line up.
What?
Just trust me. Line up.
Mm,
You know
Clicker
what? There's gonna be a good
reluctantly
reason for
lines
this.
I get the impression that you gentlemen are trying to perform. Are you traveling performing troupe?
We are Bear Force One.
Oh
we all.
my god.
We didn't do it right.
what?
I
we are,
see. You
I
know
just
what?
looked around confused.
Needs work, needs a little practice, but I like your spunk. It's good ambition right there.
Like,
You'll
you
go
know,
far
guys,
as long
like,
as you just
it
keep
is-
to it.
No,
Switching out in the morning.
Clicker repeats, like, what Zero just said in a booming voice. We are Bear Force One! Just like...
Yes! That is enthusiasm!
Become the
gumption.
bear.
Exactly. Ooh!
no,
Now we're talking! A
in all
magical troop at that!
in
Well,
all
I
honesty,
can tell that Will are going to be friends.
So, like, the bear then, like, roars with 3 times louder. The ground shakes when he roars. And
Ooh.
his eyes glow as he's roaring.
Oh,
Ooh. That gives me shivers.
In all honesty, sir, we're all suffering from real tragedy.
Just go.
We're on our way home. Or at least one of us is.
You know,
Did I just-
Zero.
Did I bring you down?
Can I
Sorry.
just like
Stop you
cover
before you
your
start.
mouth real quick before you start?
I didn't say who's home. And
I
no
know,
offense, I
but,
think that's
like-
the least.
But based on your past,
He doesn't trust you.
I don't trust you anymore.
All right. Anyways, you have a very nice cart, sir.
And also, Zero, just do a one real quick intelligence check before you go further with that. Okay. Telling random people that you just met that Killua is a prince is suicide.
To be fair, crazy man on the road saying
Okay.
Prince. That sounds like crazy man on the road making up bullshit.
Who isn't hiding his who is an actual prince and isn't hiding his guys.
Yeah, but I mean,
A
listen,
member of the royal family, most well-known family in the realm that he's currently in.
is it
I mean-
so crazy though that someone would proclaim it? So
Yeah, maybe
proud?
not. Either way,
It's
Jamal
suicide.
continues. You gentlemen look like you need a little bit of magic in your lives. And I happen to be able to provide that.
Sean, Clicker rolled insight to just try to get a feel for this guy. Like, what's going on?
He's a salesman.
Okay.
He's making a sales pitch right now. Yeah. For I am a purveyor of the most glorious and wondrous magical items from here to, well, there. And as he says there, he like flourishes his hand, and the 2 doors to his wagon open wide, and there's scrolls, potions, books, there's a couple of brooms, there's breastplates, there's shields, there's swords, there's everything imaginable.
Arthas's eyes go wide like a child.
So,
If you have coin, I have whatever you need.
is the shop better than Willard's though?
I mean, is it here to
so
there?
you do shop at Willard's. This bodes well for you, gentlemen, for I am a buyer and seller of Willard's.
Oh.
I am a certified buyer for Willard's, and can take some of your less prominent items off of your persons, should you wish to part with them.
Clicker will repeat Willard's words, saying, "I don't buy things from other," or however he phrased it.
Ah, yes, Francis Willard, and well, where'd you come from? Harrigan William, Frederick Willard. Sorry, Frederick of
Reveals
Greyfield.
the voice.
Is the one who did that. Yes, William Willard. He's very well known for only being a seller, but he does
Mm.
obviously get his stock from somewhere. Where do you think I get my stock from?
Artificers?
Partly, yes. But I do buy. I search the land for magical items of great power and curiosity.
As a more out of character moment, do we want to quickly go through? Everyone just want to take a look at the treasury, see if there's anything in there that they don't want magic item wise.
I have everything I want.
And so does anyone? We'll do this. We're keeping the bag of beans.
We are keeping the bag of beans.
What about the crystal bowl of water elemental control? Does anyone want that?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I mean, we can probably keep like the universal solvent, sovereign.
Well, no,
water,
I'm
and
just going
potions.
by. It's just we'll just go by this. So we're good with the control. Lantern of Revealing. I kind of want to hold on to that.
Yeah. Let's just keep what we have and call it fine. We don't need to
Well-
say anything.
I mean, I does anyone really need the water elemental control thing? I feel like we can get rid of that. I don't have any real desire for it.
I mean, it might help in a pinch, but
I mean, it did almost help out in that one fight, but
All right. We'll keep everything. We'll keep everything.
Well, if you're not willing to buy, perhaps you're willing to.
I'm willing to buy. I don't know what you have though. What do you got?
What do you want?
Clicker just kind of opened his mouth, like asking for a ring of spell storing or a pearl of power. He has either.
Oh, my dear Birdman. He snaps his fingers. I have both.
Oh,
As I said, my avian friend, if you have the coin, I have the stock.
again, he just kind of opens his mouth, and the voice of a halfling charlatan comes out. How much exactly?
Well, for the pearl, that's not too difficult. For the ring of spell storing, that's a little bit more complicated.
He just nods, like in agreement.
Well, if you'll step over here, my good man, I have several pearls of varying sizes, but all operate as you might expect they would. More merely just a preference, really. And you see several of them are far shinier than the others. The shiniest and largest being made almost out of pure gold with a very small inlaid pearl on the top. All of these start at 500 gold, with the more expensive options being 700 and least being your more mundane, smaller pearls. Now, if we merely look over here, I have 2 rings of spell storing. Now, these are a little bit more difficult to come by than the pearls, and
Nods in agreement.
therefore will fetch a hefty 2,500 gold per. However, he picks one up. This particular ring was born by the great Auburn Pafiel, grandfather of Francis, and progenitor of the Pafiel line.
Clicker just kind of turned his head at Killua with a tilt in his head, like, what?
Historic shit, basically, Killua. And this one I caught off the fishing line in the Great Washington Reef. Apparently, there was an adventuring group that came through and slaughtered a couple of underdark fiends that came up and tried to attack the fishing village there, but foolishly left some of the best treasure. Would these be interesting to you, my little bird friend?
His beak opens, and again, the charlatan's voice. The ring seems more appealing.
Of course. Have you the coin, sir?
How about a coin and trade?
What is your offer? I am open for barter.
He lays down the necklace of prayer beads.
Ooh. How many do you have left?
I have 2 that were a +2 cure wounds or less restoration, and then 1 wind wall.
Ah. He looks at the necklace of prayer beads, and his eyes flash for just a second as you can tell that he has cast a spell on them.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
It's a good one too. And walks.
It's very classic for a cleric to be carrying such an item. I would knock 1,000 off of the price for this.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. He's a buyer and a seller. Clicker
Most
nods
agreeable.
and puts down. I think I have it in platinum now because I didn't want to carry on 10,000 gold. But he puts down 150 platinum. I'm assuming this is presented. Maybe. Hello? Am I dead?
Yes, of course. And which ring were you preferring? Visually, the ring that was owned by Pafiel has a very small, very delicately inlaid purple lion on it, and the one that he said he fished out of the reef has a very small, has a very intricate, serpent design all around the ring.
That purple design was it the same one of the plate armor
The purple lion, yes, it's the
And last
Pafiel's
time-
purple lion.
The only thing I know about that is that when he was wearing that, we almost got in trouble with.
Okay,
The dude. So I'll take the other one.
of course, a wise choice.
Hmm.
And he holds the ring forward and takes the coin.
I'm assuming it's already loaded with some kind of spell, or is it not?
I would never load spells into my items.
You discharged
What sort of a... Of course I discharged it. What kind of monster do you think I am? Well, don't answer that.
He kind of tips his head a little bit, like, do you want an answer? It's really about as obvious
Either
as-
way, I assure you, sir, it is quite empty.
In that case, and in the voice of a dwarf, do you carry armor?
Yes.
And in a couple of different spliced voices, how about Mithril Path?
Mithril, huh? I only carry more magical types of armors. Mithril can be acquired by the dwarves should you wish to head to the Forsaken Halls. I'm sure that you can order it from them.
Clicker nods agreeingly, and kind of turns over his shoulder again, look at everybody else like, you buying anything?
I mean, I've been looking. Sorry.
You
He's like, I've been googling it. Give me a second.
you have any
I
gloves?
don't know what I want.
Ah, my very well dressed friend. Please step forward and allow me to gaze upon your wonder.
Soak it in. Soak it in.
Oh my.
Pose.
Whew. You and the big one over there. I don't know what to think. What can I do for you? You of such elegant style.
Do you have a pair of gloves that will aid me with finer movements? I believe they're commonly mistakenly referred to as gloves of thievery, but I believe
He kind of mischievously closes his hand in front of him, almost like a prey, but then brings it up kind of slyly to his mouth. Oh, I know exactly what you're asking for. Why don't you step on over here, my dear?
I'm all up.
Now. He snaps his fingers and the doors kind of close for a second and reopen, and they have completely different things in them. Like, they closed up, and then they reopened, and just completely different stuck in inventory was there. Now it's mainly cloaks and clothes and hats of all different kinds, and he opens up a drawer, and it has 6 different pairs of gloves in it. Now, these 3 you may not be interested in, but these 3, however. I have a very fine, silken, purple, a perfectly pristine white leather. These ones will cover in a moment. They have something special about them. And then your standard, more rugged man, black leather, fingerless. Gloves of thievery. Yes?
What is the what's so different about the leather pair?
Now, the leather pair, these are very interesting, for anything you touch with them leaves no traces whatsoever. Any markings in the sand, any diving in to grab any water, any markings that you might make for moving something, will immediately be erased by these gloves. They are, due to their very special enchantment, slightly more pricey than the others. However, they are very special, and were once owned by a member of the Aravianel family.
Hmm. So, and the purple are just the same. They're normal.
Yes, the
normal
purple
brand.
being a far more for a
Sophisticated.
they were taken from a more sophisticated gentleman from the Bard College in Solva.
Hmm. What's the price difference between the?
Well, the two more standard gloves will run you approximately 400 gold each, but the special ones, those will be 800.
Okay.
But for you, 6.
All
Because I think they'll go really good with that hat. Oh my.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll take those white ones.
Oh, they'll go just perfect for you. Yes, excellent.
But you guys
600
said-
gold, please.
Now, do you carry any magical weapons? Specifically, something akin to this.
How assaulting of a
Right.
question.
Oh,
Sorry,
you know, my good sir, of most elegant and most elegant and graceful taste. I never get tired of that question. As he takes the gloves and takes your coin and hands them to you, he throws the coin up into the air and snaps his fingers in a flourish. The coin disappears, the doors slam shut and reopen, and now it is swords.
Nope. I don't do swords. I pull out my hand crossbow. I'm
I see.
looking for
First
something like this.
Well, that's a little bit more tricky. He just claps his hands twice like a clapper, and they slam, and like the wagon shakes a little bit,
rattling inside, I imagine.
and he looks back over his shoulder of the wagon and kind of impatiently claps his hands twice, and the doors spring open, and there's a couple of crossbows, and that's it. And there's one small drawer, and he opens up a small drawer, and there's a single hand crossbow in there. As I said, I do have everything. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find it. But, yes. This crossbow. Once born by the great artificer Marmelan. It will be able to shoot not only bolts, but anything you load in it.
Anything.
Wait a second, crack me up.
Anything that will fit in the hand crossbow can be shot out of the hand crossbow as if it were a deadly bolt.
Okay. Are there any other properties to this that I should know?
Well, if you put in a normal crossbow bolt, I believe it becomes a little bit more pumped up, as they say. The character +1.
Okay. Is there
And the enchantment is that you get it can use anything as ammunition.
Jeez.
I mean,
Fallout 3 all over again.
oh, so I can get like if you throw deadly arrow, like magical arrows or some weird shit down the line.
Like
can
arrows
load
of
those
fire,
in?
whatever.
You could put in other magical arrows, anything that you really want. Rocks.
You're
Rocks
thinking
might work.
Too small, man. You gotta put a fucking pencil in there, and then you can.
Dude, he already told us when we got all this money, hey, don't worry about ammunition ever again.
Hmm?
I don't worry about ammunition.
Yeah,
Well,
they
but
got a bunch. They basically spent a fuckload of their money on making sure that they have a bag of holding full of arrows and crossbow bolts and shit. Yeah,
Now,
they cleaned Harrogone out.
now here's my follow-up question. Well, it's not collapsible, is it? It's not gonna fit my holster. Do you have?
He takes it out. Give it a try.
I go to holster it like normal.
The minute you put your hand on it, it feels like it was yours all along. You take it, and you can't help yourself, but spin it a couple of times and just right into the holster,
Oh yeah.
like it was made for it.
Oh yeah. By the way, never spin your gun. Never. do
Never
that.
spin your gun, kids.
Hey,
Don't play with firearms, kids. Don't do that. That's not good.
Don't
Oh.
spin your gun. That's just bad discipline. Oh, I spin the shit out of my gun. I go ahead. All right, how much for this thing?
Oh, 7,000. I'm
Oh.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, but the look on your face, my dear. Oh, it was priceless. For you, and because you're such a wonderful sport, 800.
You sir, have a deal.
Oh, of course I do. Ah. No.
I am.
As much as I hate to part with you, I believe your compatriots wish
Yeah, no.
a little bit
I
of my
step away.
time.
I step away.
It's okay. I understand if you want to stay by me, my dear. But you, big man, eyeing you up and down, Farthus, with just pants on, completely bare-chested.
Yep.
He does like the full-on biting the lip thing. My God.
Well,
I am blessed today. What can I do for you?
you can see I am rather inadequately dressed compared to some of my companions, or some.
Oh wait, you need clothes? I can hook you up.
All right, hey, back off, Kilowatt. Get over here.
Well, no, I got a bunch of clothes in my pocket. You want some?
Oh, let him have his time.
I'll take your clothes, but I was also wondering if you had some items. First of all, perhaps some gloves of missile snaring, or
Yes.
some boots with some wings on them. I'm afraid I don't have a lot of money, but if you have something like that.
He claps his hands with a flourish, and the same wardrobe that you'd seen before with the cloaks and everything, for the most part, is there. However, there is a rack of shoes and a drawer that he pulls open. And, well, I believe, sir, we'll have to handle the shoes first. The drawers are very finicky today, and he just kind of shoves one closed because it just keeps opening. So, winged boots, eh? Well, I've winged shoes. I've winged sneakers. High tops, obviously. I sold a pair of those to Willard already. And he looks around.
Like, some pumps.
And, well, I have a few others. I have some that might let's say enhance your posture. Really kind of get your butt out. He have these, and he holds forward a pair of bright purple 7-inch stiletto pumps with two very tiny wings on either end of them. We have these. Are you familiar with the concept of fuck me boots?
Oh Jesus!
Those,
Yeah, I bought them for my girlfriend. What are you talking
There
about?
you go.
That
Fuck me
all
boots.
sounds lovely. Rather divine.
But I have a couple of more on the more masculine side, if you're into that kind of thing. I have these, which he throws them down, and they are kind of rugged, dirty work boots that are that have like red wings on them. If you are familiar with good work boots, red wing shoes.
Okay.
And
Does it match the group aesthetic though? Because you guys are.
There is no aesthetic here.
There is no aesthetic here.
aesthetic.
they're all over the place. It's
Wait,
Butcher
amazing.
is the only
Something
one that doesn't look
stupid.
completely insane. And he's a third person.
If you don't look a bit ridiculous, then you're gonna
He's so
stand out in our
long,
group.
apparently.
I mean, the stilettos seem okay, but just a little bit extra. So I think I'll go with the red winged boots.
Okay. You really don't want to do the fucking boots, because
You don't want the fucking boots.
you don't want those. I mean,
What are the fuck me boots?
all right.
I
Give me a
don't-
second to give you a. I'll get an image for you for what is in my mind for those.
Hold on, I'll Google myself.
There you go. These are what I have for the boots, and they actually say "fuck me boots" on the info for it. Oh, message too long. Oh dear. Here, let's do this. I'm not saving that on my computer. Yes, that's Zero. Those are fuck me boots. Fuck me boots.
By the way, Sean, just a side question. Do you
Oh
pick your
my
magic items based off of Munchkin? Do you just draw cards from the treasure deck?
No, sometimes they're just whatever I'm thinking of at the time.
Just checking.
Also, Google safe search off when you search "fuck me boots."
I mean,
Interesting,
It's-
real interesting, guys.
now I'm getting
Letting you know that
curious.
one for later. Wow. Ah.
How much for the red-winged boots?
Ah, your standard red wing. A manly man. I like that. Well, that'll be 500 gold.
Oh boy. He looks in his pouch and he remembers the extra gold that he got off the merchants that was lying around. And he whispers a little apology to them. And he says, "Before I purchase this, do you have any hats?"
A wry smile appears. I'll set these to the side for now. He takes the other two more gaudy shoe choices and puts them back. And then he just kind of lazily flips his hand up and down, and the doors close and open almost immediately. I figured you'd want to browse my hats. So, I have a few options. I have this one that might suit you. As you say, you are a manly man. Here's a manly man's hat. And he takes forward a it's a medieval style pith helmet. It's basically a like a rounded hat with a spike on the front of it. Kind of comes to a point. This is a hat of goring. Should you choose to when you are in manly combat attack an opponent with it, it will do very devastating damage once per day against them.
Parthis flexes his muscles and he says, "Although I'm looking for manly boots, I'm just looking for a little bit more something fashionable." And
Fashion, you say? He takes the hat, he looks at it, throws it over his head. It goes over the wagon, and then you hear it clatter and clatter and clatter, and then land somewhere off in the distance behind. I can do fashion.
I mean, here's
So-
what my hat looks like.
Yeah.
Yo,
Where do you
should
think
totally give it
I
this
can
hat.
recognize some of Willard's fantastic items right here? And he takes and he closes once again manually, looking back at you. I have some wonderful things. And he throws it open, and it's just hats. Like novelty hats.
okay.
And he takes one out. Here, this is a hat of charismatic vigor, and it is a purple cowboy hat with a bright pink, or a purple like a straight brim hat with a bright pink feather up off to the back of it.
Now we're talking.
This hat will allow you to use your might and brawn to succeed where talking and finesse might otherwise be called for. Out of character, once per day, you'll be allowed to use your strength as a charisma check.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool.
A hat of ventriloquism, and you place the hat on the ground. It's the Hogwarts sorting hat. It's a leather cap with it's a leather pointed hat with a very large mouth on it, that kind of grins. This hat may speak for you in any tongue you wish.
Oh, that's useful. But no, my heart is already decided. I
Yes.
want the purple hat with the pink feather.
Amazing.
Now he flexes his muscles a little bit again.
Just
If you were to
do-
put the shoes and the hat, they look like a great combination. Do you think you could give me a little bit of a discount as a package deal?
600 for the deal. Oh. And I am so glad that you could choose such a perfect combination. Your style is the same as all of your compatriots. You, sir, are a match made in heaven, and are so lucky to be with him.
All right. He puts the hat on his head, and he turns to Oculus is not there, to Killua, and he says, "What do you think?"
You're just in the pink hat and pants.
Pink hat, pants.
Pink hat and pants.
Just a thumbs up.
Do you know what chips is?
Oh my god, you beat me to it!
Well, he's now going to
Okay.
put the winged boots on, and so he's got it's a purple hat with the pink feather, pants, and winged boots.
God damn. Oh, you guys. And how'd you fucking roll Jamal? God. I'm
Hey.
I'm so happy for you guys. Way to give me another week to deal with Greyfield. Is there any other things that I might be able to service you gentlemen with?
I mean, I use my wild shape a lot, but I don't know if there's anything you could sell me to potentially make it better or buff up my wild shapes.
Let me see what I can do.
I don't know if there's actually any magic items that do that. That's why
Come
it's interesting.
forward. Come forward. Don't be shy. I see you're decked head to toe in Willard. He's all the fashion these days, as I hear. I remember that hat. I
Very
got it for
feminine.
him. No, I got it for him. So, what are we looking for? Something to buff up your wild shapes?
I mean, if at all possible.
Okay. Well, he rubs his hands together very vigorously. Let's see. If you're willing to part with some substantial coin, and he just kind of flicks a finger very slowly and carefully, and one of the doors opens, and a small amulet is the only thing hanging there. That is the amulet of Druid Kind. 'Tis one of my more recent acquisitions, and it is one of my more wondrous acquisitions. If you are indeed a druid, a very capable one, you would be able to enhance what you could turn into. Your abilities would increase. You would be able to turn into more dangerous creatures. Out of character, you would be able to go up a CR on the beast you could summon as a beast shape.
What can you currently do?
Right now I can go up to CR2. because it's 1/3 of my level. Rounded
New threes.
down.
So it would be that plus 1.
Giant scorpion would be pretty cool.
I mean, how much would it run me?
That, my dear, would run you at least 20,000 gold. But as you grow and as you become more powerful, do note, as will it attune better to you. For that is one of the fabled champion guards. Do you know which one?
I mean, I have like some sovereign glue if you'd be willing to do a trade, because I don't have exactly 20,000.
I can help you. However, do note that such a powerful magical item can only be wielded by those destined for great things. I can sell it to you for trade and barter and assist you in such things if you do so agree to prove to me that you are destined for such greatness.
And how might you want me to do this?
What do you plan on doing with your life, young master? What is your destiny?
As he glows in light. Just be emanating
Okay.
with a mighty voice. Oh wait, that's Khan. No, it's not concentration. Good.
Okay.
No, it's not concentration, but I mean, I don't,
Good luck. I'm just patting him on the back, like, good luck, man. You got this.
I mean, Tamora told me that I was supposed to do something great, but I don't know where she wants me to go.
Blood, pull the royalty card.
What?
Hmm?
I heard you mumbling something, and I missed what you're saying.
So if you have it in your blood, pull the royalty card.
I mean, like, I could do that.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
You only really pulled it yourself.
I'm also,
Go ahead.
I'm so used to Zero pulling it now that I keep forgetting. Damn it, Zero, I hate you.
Hey, focus on Sean. God damn it.
Okay.
Jamal waits very patiently as you just kind of look back to your friends and back towards him, and you seem apprehensive, but your response is...
It's in my blood. My father was one of the Grey Wardens. I've been visited by the God of Luck. She says I'm destined for great things, so why don't you think so too?
Goddess of Luck, eh?
Quickly hides the shield.
I forgot you have the anti-luck shield.
I have a question to the party. Who has the coin?
What coin?
Oh shoot, Ron
Timora's
had
coin.
that forever ago.
It was gonna be it was in his bag and you had it, so who has that?
It wasn't who's
For
back?
simplicity's sake, can I have it?
Sure.
I mean, fucking, I did I steal his coins? I mean,
No, it was in his
Yeah,
bag and you have
it
it.
was
You
in
had
his
you had the bag that was on Iran.
I honestly don't even remember the coin. So I mean,
I don't. Well,
Okay.
kill him
Either
if you
way.
have it, for the sake of simplicity.
Okay. Jamal holds his hand up and casts a spell on you.
So you need to make a charisma save?
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to make a wisdom save for me.
I thought charisma, but
I mean,
Would you allow him to cast a spell on you?
sure.
Okay. He cocks an eyebrow. I see. I see her through you. She has touched you. He goes and he takes the amulet off the back wall of his cart, and as he holds it forward, a table, like a really fancy, like four-legged table, shows up on like right as he places it down, and it places it on the table. 20,000 gold, young master. Woo me.
Well, I currently only have 2,000.
You also have some stuff.
But yeah, I do also have some stuff.
I lean over to Killua. Now, I don't want to pressure you or anything, but know that, as I've said many, many times to many people, you are a prince. And I'm saying this like in a very quiet tone, in a semi-serious tone. You have more than just money. You have the ability to offer lineage to people.
I don't think he needs it.
I'm just saying. Don't be
Him
afraid
what
to
he
think
wants.
outside the don't be afraid to think outside the box.
That'd be a weird question for him to hear. Asking him what he wants. Oof.
And I kind of step away.
Right, well, what besides coin, since I definitely don't have it, would you like?
You just said you had magic
Well,
items.
I am but a simple purveyor of magical items. If you have those, I would more than happy to accept them. I mean, these days, things are going rather well for Jamal. My people are safe, my homeland is free. Your father saw to that. He just kind of eyes you up and down. Gives you a quick smile.
How about, some Sovereign Blue? I've got 2 applications.
That's a good start.
I don't know how much that one will price, but...
Oh, he's so not an incubus. He's something else, though.
Clicker already had a few guesses earlier.
I don't know what you've guessed, but
He was like,
you probably
"Who is
haven't
he?"
guessed. You probably have not guessed correctly yet.
He guessed Diva, Rakshasa,
I mean, he's
Rakshasa,
technically a
demigod.
Vistani, but I don't know if... I'm sure that there's other stuff in there.
There's some other stuff in there. All right, so the Sovereign Grew's a good start. But you're not parting with anything dear yet, are you?
I mean, I've got this really nice hat. I did also, like, just get it, though.
You would trade me back my own hat.
I like the hat, but
I just sold it.
I'll keep the hat, then. Would you like these antlers that I've made myself, I think, when I was drunk?
That wouldn't even fit you. Who is... Oh, you got the cloak, too. Oh, you have had a wonderful week, have you not, young master?
It was a very interesting week.
Killua, I
Hmm.
think he wants something personal, not materialistic.
Okay, well, I don't know what I have that's just personal.
How about you do a favor for me?
Also, apparently, I just got 8,000 gold.
Oh, I
off
might not need to
Clicker.
spend it.
If I don't need to spend it, I'm gonna give it back, but...
He pulls the Sovereign Glue towards him. He pulls the antlers off towards him. That's all well and good, but perhaps a favor.
What kind of favor?
Well, not a large favor. You just need to assist me. At a time and place of my choosing. And then I assure you we would be released back to your compatriots relatively unharmed.
Clicker just repeats his word relatively with a louder tone.
Any such immense favor that one would do another one would incur some level of danger. Would you not agree?
I don't know how well a concerned look can be translated from a bird face, but it can be. Seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when would I have to help you with this favor? Like, would I have a warning on it, or?
You'll find out.
Think long and hard.
And he
before
just
you
kind of
make-
holds his hand out, palm up. You see a small infinity symbol tattooed on his wrist.
Oh my god, I think I know what the favor is now. He's gonna make me go help with Grandor killing Strahd every time he comes back.
Nope. He wants you to go see the Infinity War movie with him when it comes out April 27th.
Hey,
Hey!
May
No,
4th. Sad face.
April 27th, they just moved it up.
Did they?
Apple Week.
Why
Yeah,
would they move it
there
up?
was a whole
Today.
Twitter thing. Where, yeah, it was kind of
Yeah,
funny,
right.
actually. Anyway, young Master Killua. As he looks right in your eyes and holds his hand out. What is your decision?
I think you've got yourself a... I'll shake his hand.
Grasps your hand, and as you do, you feel a shock just emanate through your entire body.
Ow.
It doesn't do damage, but it jolts you for a second. You feel your pact with him is very binding.
Oh god damn it, now I'm a
And he
warlock.
pulls his hand back slowly, and he takes two fingers and he slides the amulet towards you.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure, of course, young Master Killua. And you take a moment and you realize you never told him your name. He knew who you were.
Well, yeah, he already made it reference to your father.
Yes, and tell your father that Jamal says hi. And he raises his hand and he snaps his fingers, and the cart and him disappear.
Okay, so was it just the
Shit.
the stuff that I gave him, or
Yeah,
did he take...
Just the stuff he gave you and the deal.
Okay, Clicker, take your money back then.
Yep, he takes it.
Right, so no more Sovereign Glow and no more Antlers.
Did Godfrey want anything? That'd be really awkward.
Yeah, I mean, if Godfrey wanted something, would he have been able to do that beforehand or no?
Godfrey, did you need anything? You never spoke up.
I was waiting for everyone to finish so I could ask him, could I see his Willard certification?
Well, that's good that you weren't there.
He would have just laughed it off. It's okay. Boldo is sitting there on the top of the cart, just kind of grumpy that he didn't get asked what he wanted to buy was magical, but, you know, hey,
I'm sorry. I
he's
didn't
just
know
a
he was just
buy.
gonna leave.
It's okay. And yeah, so Killua, I don't have a sheet for you, but that is a sheeted, statted, custom magical item that you just bought.
Yeah, okay, well then
But for the purposes of if you come into using it right now,
It's like-
your CR that you can choose for turning into anything goes up by 1.
It does
mechanically
stack
right now.
well.
Stacks very well considering your circle of the moon, right? That stack's fantastic in that case. There's some really fucking powerful beasts you can turn into later on.
Like a giant scorpion. Right now.
Like a giant scorpion right now. You get it's a huge buff in power for you.
There's a killer whale, giant snapping turtle. That's cool.
So, moving on. After
It's
that, I
just
think we can.
reply,
I think we
but-
can attempt to do a day travel as you continue along the road.
Mine or his?
What about his hands?
There was
Oh.
some infinity symbol.
He held his hand forward, and it was a normal humanoid-looking hand. It was just the same dark-skinned hand as was the rest of them. But you saw in a jet black was the infinity symbol on his wrist, on the underside of his wrist.
Oh, I totally thought you were referencing that Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The guy's obsessed with the hands.
So,
Hey, you guys want to plant a bean?
No.
you could if you
No.
wanted to.
No. This is your
That was
country.
literally just a joke, but
How do those things even work?
you plant one.
Magic,
170.
Obviously.
Let's find
Thank
out.
you. Like what?
So, like, how do they
works
Yeah,
work?
let's
They
find
work by
out.
magic.
Quick,
Well,
let's
then,
find
like-
out.
All right, so if you guys want to start burning the charges in the bag of beans, we'll be probably playing a little bit after our normal quit time. But if you want to do that now, we can totally do that.
I'm good. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, that was more of a joke, but I mean, if
Okay.
anyone wants to find out,
Maybe next week.
am I the
Guess
only
what,
one
by
that-
the way, if that 1d100 was used for a magic bean, guess what it would have been?
The goddamn pyramid.
Yep. But instead,
I saw
as
the
you
100 and I thought of it, and that's why.
actually no, this is your day encounter.
No.
As you travel, passing by, the cart stops once more as Boldo says, "There's a creature on the road, beast maybe. He's only it was a turn in the road, and he's only about 50 feet away from you. You guys look up, and it is a giant ogre carrying an ornate-looking broadsword.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Jeez.
I step out of the cart.
Okay. The ogre is passing forward, and he looks at you. And he starts kind of thundering forward.
Is he walking or is he running?
He's
Probably can't.
walking, and he's carrying his broadsword out in front of him right now. Kind of slowly moving now, eyeing you
I hold
as
out,
you eye him.
hold up my left hand. Hello. How are you? Is everything all right? Anything we can help you with?
He straightens for a minute.
Yes, smash it.
Me Garg. This moon slice. We okay. How you?
Why, thank you. I'm doing wonderfully. I'm Zero. It's nice to meet you. Is there? Is it okay? Is it all right if we pass?
Yes. Garg only wish to good. Garg help.
Oh, are you part of the kingdom?
No.
Are you?
Many
want it?
people want Yell Garg. Garg just want help. Garg just want help.
Oh,
Seriously,
okay.
Clicker. Yeah. Like he's way too dumb to lie.
Just double checking.
So, here's my question. I just have a very simple question. Do you want to help us help you, help others?
Garg kind of
Garg
cocks his
brain
head. Garg,
I think that might have been too complicated for him.
huh?
I think my friend wants to ask, how have you been helping others up till now?
Garg, stop people who hurt people. Garg not want hurt people. Garg only hurt people who hurt people. You don't hurt people, yes? Wait, you hurt people?
That phrasing though.
You know, we should just like shut
I like
up at
this guy.
Oh, it thinks it's a
All
person.
of us are hurt.
Yo, Garg. Garg. We like you.
We do.
Garg like zero.
We show him his name. He knows us.
Wait.
Code Black.
I
Did
introduced
we
myself.
introduce him? Was it
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay,
did
I
you
wasn't
introduce
sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. Do you want to walk with us?
Garg, go left.
Which way are we going, Sean?
Garg, you're going east. You don't know what left means.
I'm assuming
It's
it
like a
means
fork.
west.
Maybe left means west?
Turn
Hey,
turn him
Garg.
around so that he's gonna be going with us left.
Garg, look! I point behind him. Look that way.
Garg spins around. What Garg see?
The way that you should go. Come with us. We're
Garg
going
go
that way.
to left.
Point to the left.
Left that way. He points in the direction of Greyfield.
Oh, he's going the right way. Awesome.
Now he is.
Garg go left.
Guard, go
Awesome.
left.
What's Garg? Do you need a uniform like any good helper?
Garg have uniform. Garg have moonslice.
No,
And he
no,
holds
no,
up his sword.
No, Moonslice isn't a uniform. Moonslice, that's something more important. Uniform separate. Moonslice and uniform mean Garg is great.
Garg good. Garg do good. Garg not great. Garg.
Fantastic.
Garg.
What Garg? Garg no word.
Oh, man, Garg is the most lovable character we've met in this game so far.
Can
Alright,
we keep him?
We should keep him as a pet.
let's
Can I have a
go.
job for you?
You show us the way and make sure no one gets in our way, and we'll be very happy.
Garg lead the way.
Awesome.
And he starts heading down the road towards
heading left.
Greyfield. Yeah, he starts heading down the way during Greyfield. I think that's a great spot for us to end it. As you guys acquire Garg, the ogre follower.
Hell yeah.
You,
Gargan Moonslice.
Prince, you know you're gonna need to get him involved in. Your father needs to.
God damn it.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry if you say, "Hey, I got you a big giant ogre to help."
The answer is what the fuck?
Build stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he'd
think
be-
Brox would just be like, what the fuck? Why did you bring an ogre here?
Yeah, the guards probably wouldn't like you walking up to the front door with an ogre.
Great sword.
I mean, you can probably figure something out, but I don't know. I think you'll need to. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Unfortunately.
Seriously, this was the cue that I got for it. It was fantastic that we rolled it.
Hmm?
That's what you got for your encounter roll.
92. Awesome.
Yeah, and you walked up and you said hi, so he said hi. And there you go. I don't know what the stats for an ogre follower are, but we're gonna figure that one the fuck out, aren't we?
just give us an ogre
Other
with a
followers.
big broadsword.
Yeah. So, all right, Clicker, you had Tim had previously
Yes.
earned inspiration through other things, and I just granted to him
Tomfoolery.
in situ, but tomfoolery. And I'm going to give Farthus inspiration for not cracking underneath Jamal's flirting.
Definitely need this.
Not once. So good.
I don't remember
and-
him flirting with anyone else before.
Jamal?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other party was a bunch of fucking halflings and uggos. And women. He hates women.
Good thing it wasn't a Thursday.
Yeah, right.
Where did you get that prompt from? The Garg one. Is that out of the DMG?
No.
'Cause I
It's a
found
Dungeons and Digressions one, and I mixed up the I shuffled it.
Did you see that?
Oh no shit. There you go.
Well, that's
Oh
not-
my god, there's actually
Gargan Moonslicer isn't actually a thing. Holy shit.